So, last time you all decided it was a great idea to try to take on a Gene Hulk, and to do so with.
It was a great idea because we won.
We fucked it
And-
up.
Sorry to interrupt.
And it was a great idea for a bit of time, and then you said, well, you know, maybe it's not always the best idea until you figured out how much damage that Gene Hulk did.
It did quite a bit.
And then you slowly trotted your asses back. You killed it, surprisingly, with a crit. And then, once that crit cleared up, you slowly made your way back to the elevator, where you find that Sorio has come back. He's well rested. He looks like he has a smooch on his helmet from somebody, and he's carrying a bagel.
Did we get any experience for that? I think I asked that last session. Was the answer no?
You got the hammer. That was your reward.
That was the okay. And so there. And
didn't
Mikhail
get
took
shit.
the hammer.
Yes.
I got the hammer.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
no, I got 30 quid.
Oh yeah, we searched.
Yeah,
it,
you
so
found
we
you found
searched
Ordos,
it.
and you got the hammer. That was your reward.
So our
Yeah,
total Ordos right
30
now, if I'm checking my lists, we have 44 Ordos.
Yeah. The Corvus
Oh.
hammer had a special property on it where if you wrath critical, you can punch through the defense of a creature and lower the resistance by 1 point. But you can't roll on a
Hell
crit
yeah.
chart.
I
So
don't, like, I was confused on that, like the crit chart that you just did.
when you roll on the crit
What is
chart, so when a critical comes up for an important battle, you roll
The
the
critical
crit.
is just a 6, right? Like
The
the
6.
wrath of 6.
Is a Wrath 6 on your hit. Try to hit the creature. When you get a Wrath critical, and the critical is of an important creature or matters in an important battle at a key opportunity or point, you roll on the crit chart. So when I had you roll the 2 d6s, and they equaled out to a number of 66, and
Oh, that's when it killed the thing, yeah.
it triggered one of the critical effects on the crit chart. So you could either do the crit chart, or you could use the effect of the Corvus hammer and lower the point by 1 resilience.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Thunderhammer seems OP anyways. That's just strong. I mean, even without the thing.
But besides that, not Artorias, Soriel, you see the party come back, battered and bruised, and I'll pop a new Owlbear link in. The Ring Adventure. Battered and bruised, and you're carrying a bagel.
Well. Fuck happened to you three?
The rogue trader gave you.
Are we already rested, or are we going on our way to rest?
You're going to your way to rest as you find Soriel coming out of the elevator, where the rogue trader kissed the side of his helmet and gave him a bagel.
I'm immediately.
You're immediately what?
I'm immediately pissed. Me being Artorias. Artorias is furious, fuming. He removes his helmet, and he looks to. Glad that you were relaxing while your brothers were doing their duty.
Misunderstand, Artorias. My role as an apothecary is to set his duties both on and off the battlefield. I was merely tending to those
Jab my
that
finger
needed
into
my
his
help.
ceramite.
I was merely tending
And
to
I'm
the rogue
poking him.
trader.
I'm
She
poking him.
requested of my
Why don't
assistance.
next time?
I had to probe.
Why don't
her,
next time you attend to your brothers instead of trampling along with that trollop?
Zoro slaps his hand off his chest piece. Now while you tend to your own behavior, Artorias. Understand who you are speaking to.
And when he slaps my hand out, I go, because I'm very mortally wounded. We'll talk about this later.
Status support.
Fucking Peter on the ground.
He glances at, he side eyes the fucking Inquisitor. He's like, if only there was something that could make me feel better. He's desperately wanting a kiss on the helmet.
So you head up the elevator back to the chapel.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll do that.
well,
I will not order Artorias to death march back into the catacombs.
But I thought last time we finished, we were already inside, right? Or am I
No,
tripping?
you were making
yeah,
your way
well,
to the
we just
elevator.
entered and then
Oh, okay.
yeah,
So
we
you-
got to the elevator and then that's when we ended it.
So you pop your way up back through the elevator back at the chapel. You're still carrying your bagel, Soriel. Do you wish to eat it?
I'd like to. I mean, it's just a big. Yeah.
Can I roll agility to take it from him?
You can try to roll a cunning to take it away from him.
Why is always cunning?
Is there
You
anything
don't
I
have to
can
be
roll
smart
for
to
this?
take a big away from somebody. You just gotta
Because
be fast.
that's cunning. That's kind of like, you know.
It's gotta be
sleight of
fast,
hand.
man. In fast hands.
Cunning is intelligence and being fast. It's being
Cunning
fast
is
at the
like
right time.
sleight of hand, being trickstery, being fucking like
I'm
being
not running
sly
cunning.
and
Whatever.
slick.
Eat your bagel.
You see that he tries to kind of snatch it away from you as you move your hand out of the way. This bagel is a large, it's a large sourdough bagel with a mixture of recaf and cream cheese, like a espresso flavored cream cheese.
So it's a soft pretzel.
Can I break off
Okay.
a piece? Can I break off a piece and actually hand it to Artorias, kind of like the Hulk from Avengers when he hands him that taco?
Sure. You break a piece off and hand it to Artorias. Artorias, do you eat it?
Absolutely.
Your mouth
Yeah,
is
gobble it
filled
down.
with the best tasting bread you've ever had, mixed with a sweet coffee flavor.
As you will understand, Artorias, by the look of joy in your face, one's duties are rewarding even when they aren't on the battlefield.
But you didn't do your. Okay, well, you gave me some. You gave me some bagel. He relents.
I'll be a
He
good
goes,
boy.
"Okay."
You gave me a bagel.
Yeah, I was gonna start talking more shit, but I got a bagel.
He's like grumbling through the chewing.
Harumph, harumph.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, this hammer, is this, by the way, is this the hammer that we were searching for the, no, it was an axe that we were searching for.
No, that was why not?
The hammer is
Oh,
much
right.
too small from what he's carrying. He's carrying like a one-handed thunder hammer.
Ah, okay.
Yes, brother.
Very well. The lots of you look like you've seen the enemies of mankind and barely made it through. Shall we make our way to the restopods and heal your wounds?
That'd be wise, Teal says, looking to Sorio.
Yes, I say spitting fucking crumbs out onto my beard.
Oh, don't waste the bagel now. Come on.
I fucking I lick them back up with my tongue.
Your long, Slaneshi tongue from the corruption.
No.
What's corruption at now?
His corruption's 0.
It's
he,
actually down to 0 currently.
he purified
Oh,
himself.
Because I emperored it.
Yes. Teal hammer fist the button.
So you all go to your respite.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
You take your respite. Roll me your check, poor Teal. And did you eat the rest of the bagel, Artorias?
Yeah, I consume all the little bit of bagel I got.
Did Soriel give you any more than what he gave you?
No, I think that he only gave me the little chewy.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
A little bit. He gave me a little
I
bit.
got myself a critical 6
So you pass
with a
as
total of
you
5 icons.
as time has gone on, like, you're learning more and more to push the dragon's kind of corruption away from you, as you're able to resist it once again this time, and it's not taking over your mind even when you're at your worst.
I talk a little bit of shit to the dragon, saying nothing this time, nothing. I pretty much, Portillo calls it out.
Do you say its name?
No, I don't say its name.
Artorias, you hear a whisper in your head as you wake up.
Oh no, I've played no more corruption. What is the whisper?
I'm watching.
I swallow harshly, and do I recognize the voice at all?
Nope. Just that it says that I'm watching in a raspy, cold voice. You can make out, if you roll me a perception check, you might be able to make something out.
Hey, my headset kind of died before I can answer. I was asking,
Make me.
do I recognize the voice?
Make me an awareness check.
Okay.
What did your awareness check give you?
4.
Okay, so you don't recognize the voice, but you see a shadowy figure instead. The shadowy figure is tall, well built, but the hands don't look right. They look long, curled, and lanky. The visage of the
Artorias
lion,
doesn't
but
like
the
that.
hands of a demon.
Silhouette of the lion, but the hands that look unnatural.
Yes. Like the hands are twisted all the wrong ways.
Heard.
A hand scuttles along the ground as the arm bends and snaps as you feel it reaching up behind your back to grab your shoulder, slithering up past your feet, around your legs, and up your torso. Turn around, my son, and shake my hand.
You are not the lion. You are a fell thing, dreamt up or imagined by the warp. The Emperor protects. And he closes his eyes and he resists as much as he can.
Roll me a resolve check.
Damn. I got a 2.
The creature says to you, "Do you not remember what I said? For we are the angels of darkness. For us there is no peace, no end but war and death. We shall not walk in the golden halls of mankind, the futures in which we cast, but stand resolute to the shadows beyond." And as he says beyond, the walls begin to expand with pillars of darkness and shadow that reach up to the sky and stretch far beyond your view, as another hand slips up, crawling between the cracks in your armor around your other shoulder. "While we yet draw breath, this Imperium shall not fall, but you shall all know defeat."
I care not whether they know it now or in 10,000 more years. Loyalty is its own reward, he says with a tear dripping down his chest as he, or his
Loyalty.
face as he tries to.
Do you feel loyal to him? Do you feel loyal how you faltered, going against his tenets, to let corruption take even the smallest hold in you? Some might call
Artorius
you...
repeats the canticles of faith, as written by Talus the Redeemer, and he says, "We were found upon the questing road, lost but never damned."
He says to you, "Some might consider you," and this word echoes into your brain, "fallen."
And he grits his teeth so hard that one might crack.
And then you hear
He
it
tries to
again.
continuously recite.
"Would your brothers
Oh, no.
consider you a fallen if they knew what you did? Would they consider you a fallen for being tempted by chaos? To know that your desires
starting-
run rampant, that your want is excessive."
He's losing his canticles. He's, no, I was loyal. I only followed orders.
Roll another resolve check.
Good soldiers follow order.
Good soldiers follow order.
Oh god, you good men.
The rat
my
sings.
God.
You
We did
feel a bit more pushed back, but the voice lingers still a little bit as it says, "For a creature never meant to feel the touch of another, for a creature not to care for the touch of one's wants. For the one who seeks to serve the Emperor, you sure do have a lot that you desire from another, a lesser being, a lesser creature." As you
Glorious
feel
continuously
that
repeats the
pit,
canticle.
as you feel the bagel sit in the pit of your stomach, representing your wants and desires for something more, wanting to spread your cream cheese somewhere else.
Yeah. He's constantly in horny jail.
But for an Astartes,
Artorias just
horny jail
represses it.
shouldn't even be a thing for an Astartes.
You're right.
You
Yeah,
feel the
why don't we-
corruption on your back as you gain 1 point.
One Risen's going to horny jail.
One
The other one just got out of actual jail.
Hey, we have our problems.
Yeah, you do.
Your thoughts are filled with the rogue trader.
And she's straight bouncing on it.
You know, go ahead and roll me another conviction test, I guess.
No! In Minecraft! Come on!
Keep digging the hole.
God, now it's animated too. It's thinking of kids' game. Oh no.
One. I only roll one. 3, damn it.
You felt something building up, but it slowed down for the moment.
Oh my god. I was gonna fucking cream my ceramite. I was gonna have a wet dream for the
Leave the
first
wet-
time in 10,000 years.
Leave the white armor to the apothecaries.
The apothecary. Brother, why is there so much gene seed in here?
I don't know. Brother, your socks, they are stiff.
The starch of dawn is what I hold.
I shall raise socks that will never fall.
They shan't fall to heresy if those stiff upon my feet.
I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut from now on.
Wise choice. So, as you say that, you hear in the back of your head, "Good boy." In a demonic.
Oh, no. I come immediately.
No, he gets more excited.
In a demonic voice. You wake up as you're the last to wake up, as all others are kind of off doing their own thing, investigating, maybe at the mess hall. You're the last one to wake up, as you wake up in a cold sweat and soggy sheets.
Oh, God. I wait at least 10 minutes for it to go flaccid before I stand up out of the rest of the pod.
It was already flaccid.
Okay. Still wait 10 minutes anyway in my own filth.
Yeah.
Isn't it like the one sister that like oversees the rest of pods?
Yeah. As you leave the Restapod, she just looks at you as you continue to walk away, and she just holds eye contact.
I shamefully avert my gaze.
Certainly an Emperor's angel. Have a blessed day, chaplain. May his golden knight protect you.
Grumble something back in response as I head towards the mess hall.
She looks saddened as she goes to clean the Restapods.
No, no. What did she do to have to earn this penance?
You walk into the neutral
She's
hall.
gonna earn this penance if she's not careful.
She's cleaning Artorias's frickin' mess pod.
You walk into the neutral hall to see once again there is a Marine with Night Lord armor on who waves at you and says, "Hello, cousin." as he's cooking up steaks behind the counter. I've killed some more. See, and he holds up a armor piece with a chainsword through it. I was scouting and I found a few more. Figured I might as well stick them on.
It's heresy to wear the armor of the enemy, and though I know you do not care for it, you should at least respect that office of mine.
It's not contaminated by chaos. It's perfectly fine.
I would say it's about as contaminated with chaos as our chaplain in the chapel over there's book.
You also spot someone new in the mess hall.
And I take a closer look.
You see on the other side of the mess hall, sitting at a table booth, there is a marine in what appears to be gray silverish armor with a few augmetics and bionics on his helmet, a mechadendrite or two, and a weird silver arm.
Do I have enough insight to determine what chapter it's from?
Roll me a scholar.
Two. With a Wrath of 5.
No, he looks kind of weird. The Pauldron has weird hazard stripes on it and has some kind of like Mechanicus logo on his backpack.
Notorious shrugs and does not go to greet the newcomer, but instead gets in line for stay.
Poor Teal will finally get something to eat and join Artorias.
Here's what he looks like, by the way. I'll post it in general chat.
In an Iron Warrior.
Pretty fucking baller helmet, actually.
Specifically, he's wearing Mark III armor.
Oh fuck. It's good company with the Saturn.
Huh?
Man, I don't know what's going on with my fucking headset, but it kind of randomly disconnects. Did you hear what I said?
No, I did not.
Nope.
I said, I glance at the figure and not really noticing anything special of it. I just get in line for the steak and allow somebody else to kind of interact with them if they wish. Then I'm going to try to fucking connect my headset or charge it or something. I don't know what it's doing.
We'll go over to Soriel. What are you doing, Soriel?
Oh, so I guess we've also walked into the mess hall this time, or are we already in there?
You're already all kind of in there.
Okay, well, Soriel also notes the newcomer, and but kind of understanding that kind of everyone's been on pretty approachable terms, skips the identification and decides to walk over to the newcomer in the hall.
Poor Teal will eventually join Soriel once he gets his steak. His mystery meat.
As you walk over, you
good.
see that there is indeed a second person that is with him that is eating. This particular one is wearing completely white armor, drenched in blood head to toe, and has a strange red symbol on his shield.
Hail, cousins. May I introduce myself? I'm apothecary of the Guardians of the Covenant. You may call me Soriel.
The one in hazard suit armor looks at you and goes, figures. And The other one looks at you and goes, "Rrrr."
Not the decency to even say hello.
"Rrrr."
To be clear, Soriel was not speaking to the growling one.
"Rrrr." He says hello.
This the one who has just
Give me
tried
a
to clarify that he says hello?
Yes.
Oh. Well, hello to you. Finally. Some good manners around here. You're new here, both of you. From whence have you came?
You said from where have you came?
From where have you came, yes.
The one says to you, doesn't matter. I'm here of my own accord. I don't see why I need to give you a reason. Or where I'm from. The other one goes, "Rrrr."
Can everyone just go? Is there any coherence to it? Like, is he actually maybe like? Is there any language actually to him there? What are the chances I can understand his growls without necessary translation?
1 minute, I'll be right back. Okay, unpause, I'm back. I just had to take some medications that I almost forgot about. A diabetic shot. So, the one where it goes, "Rrrr."
Yeah, so first I would like to know, is there any chance that I can actually understand his gibberish without needing the one in Hazard Stripes to clarify?
You could really try. Roll me a scholar check.
Woo, wait! Okay.
It's a high one.
Well, I mean, so you're telling me there's a chance?
There's a chance.
One, two, that's worth 3. It's not happening. Instead, now that I'm closer up to them, before speaking once more also, can I identify, try to identify the both of them, as far as like their colors and the uniforms?
That's another scholar check.
Alright. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Scoring 8, wrath 4.
On trying to understand gibberish?
No, on trying to identify the two of them. I fail. I scored a 3 on the gibberish.
Yeah, you didn't understand the gibberish.
I didn't think so.
So, where was it? You find that the one in Hazard Paint is a Iron Warrior successor chapter called the Brimstone Brotherhood. And
heretics in this fucking spot.
well, they're not heretics. They're an Iron Warrior successor chapter that's built with restocked gene seed and or loyalist.
Allegedly.
It's only a matter of time till we become more powerful. We could cleanse this place.
And then
And
the one in the white armor is a World Leader successor chapter called the Flesh Rippers. Sorry, not Flesh Rippers. I got it wrong. It was the Eclipse Jackals.
That's a world eater.
Yes.
Malachi's gonna like that one.
The World Eater successor chapter is called the Eclipse Jackals, where it was a they were made from the gene stock that was found from Angron. It was slightly corrupted, and so what they tried to do is they tried to make an entire legion of apothecaries to like fix the gene seed and continue from there. And their whole thing is coding, like they like to do melee combat. They like to make a bunch of bio weapons and coat their axes and shit in it and that whole thing.
Oh.
They're very secretive in terms of the experiment that was done on them. Not much of the Imperium knows about them overall, and they're only deployed to specific war zones. They're not much of a battle force, they're more of a support unit, as they do a lot of background work for a lot of other apothecaries. Oddly enough, the thing that would make their gene seed stable is by including Alpha Legion. Gene stock.
Cool. It's a sort of recognizes, but we sort of recognize basically these two.
And the Brimstone Brotherhood is, they're considered by the Iron Warriors to be a traitor legion, which just means they are a, Imperial Legion, but they're also...
Traitor of a traitor.
They're renegades to the Imperium, but they're traitors to the Chaos gene stock. They don't try to actively fight the Imperium, but they are still hunted down by them.
And the Eclipse Jackals are fully, but they're loyal.
They seem to be just pirates of opportunity.
Pretty much.
Destroy them.
Very well. I have approached you and attempted decency. So let's
The
skip-
the red one puts his hand out to try to grab your arm and goes and hands you 3 stems.
Well, Matt, I recognize your colors, and my studies within the apothecarium know you well. Well, Matt, Eclipse Jackal. Can I go try and shake his hand for that after receiving the the stems?
You do. You shake his hand and his grip is very strong. As in,
So maybe it gives a nod, turns his attention back to the striped Brimstone Brotherhood member.
well met. Continue on your duty, Dark Angel.
Hey.
Go vulture someone else.
Understand that I approach you being the comer representative of my group.
Yes, yes, Carrion Pigeon, please continue.
I say this only once. You've been warned. Those colors will spark many strong opinions within this room.
If I don't have any more of my own.
Portillo walks up, says, then why don't you... Oh, wait. The study stands there. Then why don't you leave then?
He's like, what, leave over some strong opinions? What are you, a bunch of sissy fits?
If I was,
Oh.
what is it to you, and what are you going to do about it?
Oh, I can't take a little bit of a successor chapter over here. I can't take this guy standing in the same, I don't like, whatever.
Portillo sits down.
Artorius
across
whistles
from
a
him,
tune
starts eating.
as he's waiting in line. Sorry to interrupt.
Matter at
I
hand
didn't mean
by
to
your
interrupt.
colors, Brimstone. It's not merely one of opinions. The actions of your chapter are documented in the halls of the Imperium.
They can document as much as they want, at least I get things done.
Hell, and the things you get done, to whose service are they dedicated?
I dedicate myself to helping out little subsectors of the Imperium where your washed-up bureaucratic asses never touch again. Or better yet, when they do go to touch, they bring all the Holy Inquisition with them, that, we shall take over the galaxy to help them out. We also shall exterminate half the population of this planet. Heresy!
Aye.
Doing his best Inquisitor impression.
The bureaucracy
Artorius
stopped.
was. Sorry. Artorius was whistling the Andy Griffin Show song while he's waiting in line for his steak. Do 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 do.
The servants of
Thought it was important to
bureaucracy
have that.
stopped to check in with the cousin in blue at the desk.
I
Our
have.
chapter is not of that breed.
Not of what breed?
Those who sit and languish behind numbers and pick screens.
Oh no, you just like to cower in the dark and watch from the orange chair in the corner.
Foes, the one who fights the foes in the dark does so those in the light may never have to see them.
Ah yes, I'm sure the Alpha Legion does the same.
He called us the cucks in the dark. Get him, boys.
Does that stir a reaction from the Eclipse Jackal?
What's the reaction from the World Eater, you asked?
Well, yeah, because it's what's it called? He's bad mouthing the.
Can you whistle?
there-
Malachi?
Well,
it's
it's the
He'll
Alpha
go
Legion
punch
gene.
him.
It's the Alpha Legion gene seed that help them purify their
Don't do
gene
that.
seed, but they're not Alpha Legion. They still
Ah,
hail
okay.
from Angron.
Still
It's
from
just
Angron,
that the whole thing with Angron was that the gene seed they found in a vault was corrupted because
Ah,
he's Chaos
okay.
Primarch. But it was corrupted in the sense that the corruption was like because the gene seed had never touched chaotic Angron, but Prince Angron started corrupting his whole gene seed stock slowly. They're like, well, what if we could like purify it? And they're like, well, let's make a bunch of apothecaries, and they will set out upon puring their own gene seed and blights, and we'll have them also study other gene seed, and we'll kind of use it as an experiment. If we have to kill them all, okay, but like we get some good research out of it, right? So they were like only like 50 of them were made, and then when they found out, oh hey, the Alpha Legion gene stock is really resistant to corruption. Let's stick that in there. Oh, it worked. It like fucking halted the corruption that was there. It didn't stop it. It just halted whatever corruption was at the stock point. And they're like, well, that kind of fixed it. And they're like, oh, well, I guess we could make some more with this stock. And they made up to like about 300. And after they got to 300, like, okay, let's quit out. And then the rest of the apothecaries kind of split up and did a lot of like apothecary work in the background. They can fight. They're just not like made for it. When they do fight, they tend to coat like a bunch of toxins on their armor and poisons and kind of like, you touch me, you die. Not because I swung at you, because you touched me and died.
Fair enough. Understood. Very well. Oh.
They like to hug things and watch them melt on their body.
Like anti-Care Bears.
It's like, come here, let me give you a hug. Oh god, it burns! I know. I'm gonna keep hugging you.
Stop resisting.
Stop resisting my care.
I am sharing. Okay. Let's see. Well, Brimstone, in your proud quests to help those that are underserved by the other force of the Imperium, what brings you here then? To what minor force are you dedicating your blade this day?
Oh, I've dedicated my blade to the wonderful governor of this planet because the Imperium said, let's just let chaos fully take over this entire planet, shut half the gate down, and then after they've fully taken over the planet with chaos, Tyranid, and other Xenos faction alike, leave all the humans damned to this place, and then said, we'll shut the gate, and let everything die on the other side, much like the Imperium always does. Oh, it doesn't truly affect us yet. Let's wait until it almost kills us. Then we'll do something about it.
The ability of your cause will bring you friendship with the likes of the salamanders over there. So sort of gestures to the those salamander successors that previously.
What? Those frogs? No.
Those are frogs.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Frogs are a sacred thing of old Terra.
Frogs are a myth, Artorias.
What, you mean those salamanders? Pfft. I wouldn't be caught
You show
dead
me
with
someone who
those
believes in
pissy
a frog,
drakes.
I'll show you a liar.
Now,
They're
unless you
always-
said that the knight was going to gallivant over to the salamander and slay him like a dragon, of one of your Caliban stories, I'm sure.
Stories passed
You
down.
take my world
But
out of your
then
fucking mouth. I'm sorry, that's not.
I'm going to slay the dragon. It's a very big dragon, a very big dragon. I slayed the
biggest
dragon. It was very nice, very big.
Biggest dragon.
It's the biggest dragon. I'm a knight of Caliban.
Even the lion never slayed a dragon the way I slay dragons. Alright, well, Brimstone. I shall
Now,
leave
are
to
you
your
are you
meal.
done trying to antagonize and get me to use my mechadendrites to rip your little bolts apart and show you your insides so you may put yourself together, apothecary, or do you have other business to attend to than trying to piss on my day?
No, I am very well acquainted with my own physiology, thank you. I shall leave you to your meals. Thank
Then
you
let
for
your
time.
kidneys do their jobs and piss elsewhere.
I'll put them to work and deal through the toxins you've split down my throat.
Oh, I didn't know we had salamanders with us.
No, really, I pointed them out for you.
What was that? What was that? I hear a knight. Maybe it was someone falling down the stairs.
Ah, must be Artorias then again.
Tori's catching
I'm
straight.
second in line for my steak. I look over and I'm fucking pissed because I just want my steak.
whistling.
The guy in the Night Lord armor says, "Look at you, cousin. It's so good to see you." He pats you on the shoulder and he hands you a steak. How you been?
Artorias growls much akin to a beast of Caliban.
Talking to you through the clogged up Vox grill of a dead Night Lord helmet and armor.
It'd be a lot better if you removed that blasphemous helmet from your
Oh, and
fucking
midnight
thing.
clad, and
Give
he
me a
taps
steak
you on the
and
shoulder.
make it rare and juicy.
He gives you your steak at midnight clad, and he taps you along the way.
Fucking Artorias pauses and he doesn't move. What did you say?
He's like in midnight clad.
Artorias. What's on my plate right now?
Some steak, mashed potatoes, and rehydrated beans.
Aren't you midnight glad?
Artorias scoops the mashed potatoes and fucking flings it back at the cook.
He wipes it from his helmet and says, "Well, I think we're going to have an issue."
Oh, we already have an issue. The moment you decided to recite the traitorous shite right in front of me.
He takes the helmet and chucks it at your face and dives over the bar to push you against the ground and start beating your shit in. You dare throw
Wait,
mashed
roll.
potatoes at my glorious face, my pristine I will make you pay!
Oh fuck, I forgot he's a full
You may try.
He starts to mollywop the shit out of you as he's still wearing the power armor, and he's just, you see it charge him, just boom, boom. I'll roll, see if he, how hard he hits you.
Oh god.
Let's see.
Gonna get fucked up again, of course.
A 6 hits you.
Hey, never you mind that. It does by 1.
16 damage as he hits you with a power fist.
Oh, he's cooking with a power fist?
He's got a fucking power fist on?
Yeah.
Fuck?
What?
Man throws potatoes at other men.
Mikhail just saw the power fist and locked on.
Truck in response.
Locked on.
I said he has drip on.
Okay, so
He
I
likes
take-
to
I
have
take
drip.
3.
These guys are all about fashion. Would it not look cool as shit to cook a bunch of steaks and mashed potatoes with 2 power fists on?
Oh, it's 2 power fists, damn.
I got fucking.
What is
I
his
take 3 damage.
dexterity that he's cutting with these fucking big meaty claws?
Well, you cut with a thunderclaw.
Still impressive dexterity. This is like burning the filth off the servo skull with a heavy flamer. Like
He swings up for another powered charge. It goes you hear the galvanic field on it and begin to wind up and goes to punch into your gut again. Another 15 damage.
Damn.
Another 15 damage.
Minus your resilience.
Alright, another 2 damage.
So you're taking
So-
like a couple mortal wounds off it, and he gets up and he says, "You will not throw food at me again. Consider it your warning, you filthy knight of Caliban. Or should I rather call you the beard
hell no.
filth
I
upon
don't
your
take that.
Primarch?"
Can Malachi come from behind with a steel chair and like fucking bash him in the head?
Yeah, this ain't
With a
done
steel
yet.
chair.
We're still fighting.
Are you still fighting?
I'm not disengaging.
So
This shit ain't over yet.
do you stand up to punch back?
I fucking try to sweep the leg. I try to sweep the leg, and then Mikhail's joining the fray.
Okay, roll me a agility versus his agility to sweep the leg.
Okay.
after this, can I roll leadership to try and get like other people, or I don't know if it'll be leadership to get other Astartes like around the hall and come over to fucking break this shit up?
In a minute.
Yeah, I'm saying after the fight. I want to see what happens here. But...
That is a Wrath 2, 4, 5, and a 6.
So you beat him by 1
Or a
as
Wrath
you.
6.
So you manage to kick him out from under him as he, as he, you hear the heavy crash of 2 heavy fists crash into the ground as he thunks onto it as you get to stand up.
Does that extra one count as a shift, or
No, it's not enough for a shift. It's only 1 point over his
Okay.
agility check. So you knock him to the ground as he's looking at you. Oh, you little fuck. As you see his nose has been bashed in and it's kind of semi-broken and bloodied as he looks and says, "Oh, I'm going to smear your face across the pavement and make sure that the Emperor can't get the ash from when I'm done putting you between the cracks."
You look a lot more like your Primarch now. Allow me to fix it even further.
Malachi, do you jump in to whack him with a chair?
I think they want to make this more interesting. So Malachi is
Don't do it.
seeing what's going on. I'm
Don't
not
do
gonna kill anybody.
All right. Hold on.
So can I
already
can I
fucking
roll
no.
can I roll on a can I roll an awareness check to see if there's a blood angel in the area?
Why would there be a blood? Okay.
Go
I don't
ahead.
like what you're
Roll
doing.
go ahead, roll an awareness
I
check.
don't like what you're doing.
Oh, I'm not doing anything, bro.
I don't like it.
Eager to go back to prison already.
Where is my awareness? Give me a check. 4.
You see a
Hey,
Blood
take-
Angel chaplain with 2 other brothers sitting at a
chaplain
table.
too. So, can I go to him and like slide him like a little piece of paper?
As a Dark Angel, you walk over to the chaplain. What are you sliding him as he looks to you and says, "What do you need, cousin?"
Nothing, cousin, and just slide him like a little paper that has something in it or like something written in it.
What does it have written on it?
So it has hooray! Bunch of fucking A's, all caps.
Are
I
you
just trying to see if he
trying?
goes rampage and like everybody starts fighting here.
You're trying to trigger him.
Yes. I'm trying to trigger like a full fucking
You're trying
Fight.
to trigger the
Roll
blood
me
rage.
a
I want a
Roll
full
me-
fucking fight here in the
roll
bar,
me a
bro.
deception and then roll me a corruption test.
A deception. Okay, give me a sec. Now I need to revamp Malik to be more deceptive.
Remember, you have your wrath criticals. You can force it through if you really want to.
My wrath critical? What do you mean?
You have your wrath points. Remember, you have 2 wrath points. You can do a narrative declaration and try to force something through in the worst way possible.
Yeah, I'll do that. What do I have to do to force it?
I need you to just spend a wrath point to make a narrative declaration. I also need you to roll me a corruption test.
Alright, corruption. So how do you roll corruption? It says
Look at
0.
the.
My corruption says 0.
You roll a
I'm just-
1d6. Well, it'd be a resolve check. Sorry, roll me resolve.
Resolve?
Unless you have a 0 in that too.
No. No corruption. Or I guess I get corrupted, I don't know.
Ooh, you'd get 1 point of corruption. As you have wanted this pretty badly, you feel the deviousness course throughout your mind as you want to antagonize things, make things a little bit more interesting, a little more chaotic. As you feel the nice touch and sway as you write Horus into it with the intention of being devious, a little bit of Zinch says, "You know what? Sure," and slips his tongue onto the paper. And you've gained 1 point of corruption. As the chaplain looks at it, he gets the paper and he's like, whatever, and he tosses it to the side. As the other one looks at the paper and sees that and immediately triggers a memory, and he starts to fucking rage. And the 2 Space Marine brothers next to them scream out, "Rah!" and they rampage as one of them immediately jumps you and pushes you to the ground, beating the shit out of you. As you are pushed to the ground and are hit with a 7, and then hit with 18 damage.
I get the 6 damage.
Artorias, I need you to roll me a
Mommy didn't give me
stealth check.
Give me a second. Never mind.
Okay.
Because if he doesn't see you, he'll go for someone else. If he does see you, he's going for you.
Luckily for me, I got a fuck ton of stealth.
Why?
I don't know, I spec'd it that way.
I do too. Oh no.
I got 3.
Oh no.
3 stealth.
So immediately
stealth.
you see that Mikhail walks over to what essentially is, as you look to the side of you, a Blood Angel chaplain with 2 black-suited brothers next to him, slips him a piece of paper, and then they just rage. And the chaplain's like, "Whoa, what the fuck is going on?" And not expecting it, the rage to pop at this moment. and one jumps Mikhail, and the other one just like runs towards you full sprint. As he dive
Okay.
bombs you, and as he dive bombs you, he picks up his power club and is going to try to beat you with it.
Okay.
Luckily he misses you, as a 3 doesn't hit your defense.
No.
His power club raises up as he smashes it into the ground right between your legs. As there's and as it like cracks underneath you, the power field
Wow.
dissipating. And then he's like, and goes for another swing. It misses again as you move your leg out of the way. That goes smash and lets out a powerful crash and kaboom. The alarms start going off within the mess hall as the shutter doors begin to close and the metal locks go. After that, the chaplain immediately begins reciting a litany as he opens up his incense bottle and tries to restrain the one that is on Mikhail, who is just beating the fuck out of him. Like, you
Can
see
I
him
look
punch.
over to Portil and be like, brother, are you gonna join the fun or are you just gonna look?
No.
When he's getting his ass beat, he's just looking at laughing.
Like, you get
looking
punched,
at,
blood smear
Portil.
across the right side, punched, blood smear across the left
No,
side.
I'm sorry. My headset cut out again. I don't know what's going on with this bullshit, and I don't know how to fucking fix it.
And
But I
so,
just didn't hear the past fucking conversation.
And
After,
so-
after I got knocked down and swung
you
twice
get
and
knocked
missed.
down. He swung once, missed you, and almost hit you in the dick. The second time he swung, he almost hit you in the knee, and it crashed and missed. And the Ultramarines are trying to get this Blood Angel to calm down, but get thrown off as one gets their power armor cracked and the other one gets picked up by the throat.
Nice.
As this is occurring, the other chapters try to jump in as the Salamanders try to restrain him, as another chaplain tries to intervene, and you just hear the screaming, hulking rage as blood begins to fester out of the pores of this Blood Angel, and what appears to be not normal, because as the blood is curdling out of his vox, it's like he's being forced, like the rage is being forced out of him and awakened and pushed even further. Immediately, the World Eater Successor chapter jumps up, waves his flail around, and bashes the Blood Angel in the back of the head, cracking him over the side of the skull, and then getting his Narthesium to cut his armor open and try to sedate him. As the other Iron Warrior moves into position, using his Mechadendrites and armor to try to lock down the other one like a bulwark. Immediately, the one who is beating the shit out of you with his 2 power fists looks at you with an armored grit, spits out a tooth, and says, "I do not fucking care for you, but right now there's other things that need to be dealt with. Do your job,
Can I
priest.
attempt to-
Calm him down."
Okay. I'm gonna do my job. I'm gonna shout out a sanguinary priest chant that I heard once, all the way back when they weren't called sanguinary priests, back when they were called... Ooh, what were they called?
Well, this is Death Company,
I
so it's a chaplain.
Yeah, I forgot what Horus Heresy name they had for their chaplains, but they had a unique name.
What they call
for their
death
chaplains.
What were they fucking called? Black.
But it wasn't.
Black.
It wasn't death chaplains. back in
You
the day.
know, well, I know what you're talking about.
Either way, what Artorias says is, "For they are the sons of Sanguinius, and his legacy lives on through their veins, a brotherhood bound by blood and honor, and a duty to protect the Imperium's domains. So let the enemies of the Emperor beware, for the Blood Angels are ever vigilant, and their unwavering defense of humanity, they are truly magnificent."
As you state this and shout it, I need you to roll me a roll me intimidation.
Okay. Three.
You see as the zeal of your pyre begins to fill, as you see a white light shine around your hand in Crozius, as the one is being held back by his one chaplain. The one that got knocked over the side of the head drops the ultramarine and begins to cower and scream in agony as something is burning, as there's a black smoke swinging between the cracks in his armor. And then you see some flesh begin to overtake, some blood begin to curdle around the shoulder pads as something is obviously fighting and withering inside him.
Hell, sounds like 1,000 Suns flesh change.
As he
God damn,
begins
that
to
sounds sad.
scream, he picks up a power sword from the ultramarine and cleaves it from his hand and just cleaves him in half, spraying his guts across the floor as he screams out with a howl.
He killed an ultramarine?
Yes.
Oh my god, okay, so do we have our weapons on us?
Yeah.
Artorius grabs his fucking bolt pistol and fires rounds into the Stardies that has obviously lost its way.
You fire the rounds into it as you see visual holes get shot through it, and the flesh begins to spike, manifesting around, and begins to wither in between as it changes. You see it turning blue and purple, with blackened wounds that liquid ichor coming out of it, twisting and changing with tendrils to pop out and eyes appearing.
Is sort of able to sneak up behind with his chainsword and try to like get like a.
Taint!
Portiel joins in, but Portiel faces the threat head on.
The cook who had the power fists runs over to the Vox and smashes the button to call for help, as there is currently an outbreak of some kind of chaos in here, and immediately more Ultramarines are dispatched to the areas and begin to pound on the doors trying to open it, but you see the doors are being jammed by some kind of flesh that has creeped in between the walls. The room begins to fill with warp taint as you can feel it rippling in your head, small little whispers and creeps and crawls of cold ink drying up between your back cracks and spine. You feel the change.
Hey, Mikhail, thank you for this.
Yes, always making it interesting.
And so
Yeah, fuck you!
And so, as you go Portugal acting, what do you immediately do? As it's in front of you, it's ripped one Ultramarine in half. You swing on it with your chainsword, Sabriel, as you cut into its flesh, but it immediately begins to kind of like quickly regenerate. And as it screams and hulks in size, as you see it begins to undergo a quick mutational change. Its armor and flesh fusing as one, its hands getting more bony, as well as like kind of ripping out the armor around it. The legs and becoming more like Phobos armor as the Mark V that it was wearing kind of twisting into an abomination. As the shoulder pads start exhibiting more bony and flesh-like features.
Can I try to make a Vox call to I don't think we ever got his name, but to like the Saturnine Dreadnought. No, the Saturnine Terminator. That was like, because he has like his lift connects to the
He's not on his lift at the moment, like in the door, but you can call him if you wish. You can try to reach out. Roll me a tech check.
Alright, I'll try to reach out to him.
Because there's like a lot of different signals going on right now between the
Right,
Vox and the...
Wrath 6 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the roll.
You're able to patch through to him. What do you say?
Honored brother of the allegiance past, things are getting out of hand in the neutral hall. We require your assistance imminently.
I serve and obey. By the Emperor I have awoken from my slumber. If a brother calls upon my aid, I shall assist you. As you hear the heavy footsteps from below you and the heavy tunk, 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 tunk of an elevator slowly rising up. And just as you turned your gaze for a mere moment, the Blood Angel, with a swing of his chainsword, a salamander goes up to assist Portil, as I assume you're going to burn him.
Yeah, I'm gonna open fire with the heavy flamer.
You open fire with a heavy flamer, and the salamander comes to assist you, and it cleaves him from head to sternum, cutting through his melt-a-gun as well, splitting him in half. Blood beginning to spew with gore everywhere across the ceiling and painted down the stretch, and as the blood hits the face of the other one, he begins to undergo another genetic mutation of the same, as you see them morph into tall, abominable creatures such as this. I posted a picture of it.
Oh no. Oh fuck, that is called a Galvorback. It is a possessed Astartes.
Is that a word bearer?
No.
That is a word bearer.
Well, you
mean,
get the idea.
You get the idea.
Yeah.
I'm being an asshole and I'm correcting Artorias.
But yes, you are correct. It is a Galvorback, and these Marines are possessed by something, but they are shifting quickly. And as he cleaves them from head to sternum, the flesh begins to mutate further as he manifests on one of his hands, the chainsword linking into his flesh and birthing from it writhing tentacles of teeth and blade.
And the one right now, Portil is lighting up with the heavy flamer. That's the biggest one, kind of turning into this halberdish type ordeal.
Yeah.
Sorry, I already forgot the name.
He's Marine B that's mutating is the one that cleaved the salamander in two.
Okay.
Like the salamander came to assist
I'm
you,
gonna
and he just went out and went zip and fucking cleaved him in half, head to sternum.
All right. Well, I'm gonna focus fire with my heavy flamer and use a wrath point to use to proc my dirty fighter, and I'm gonna restrain him with the steady flames in his face from my heavy flamer.
So
Can I do that?
Sure. So, in this combat, you stick the flamer right up his nose as you burst it into him, holding him there as he screams out in wailing pain, the flesh coursing around the fire, trying to regenerate as you see that it's going to pure bone that is just burning it away, but you're keeping him in place as the chaos tendrils try to mutate around and recover, but it can't, as it's just holding him there. Burning a hole directly into the ceiling, melting the slag on the walls, dripping down onto the door frame, that slag then kind of pushing the flesh away as the door slowly is being pushed up by the Ultramarines outside, tick for tick. As this is happening, the one that the chaplain is focusing on that is beating the shit out of Mikhail, he eventually gets him up. Mikhail, you're down to 5 wounds, as you've been beaten the fuck out of.
How am I down to 5 wounds?
Huh?
How am I down to 5 wounds?
He
only
jumped
got, like,
on...
Only.
It's
But
been...
when I rolled, you only got like 4 wounds.
I know,
down.
I'm saying across this whole time he's just been beating into you relentlessly.
Also, I couldn't roll against any of this?
I mean, you could, but it'd be like every other sentence I'm asking you to roll, then like, does this hit, does this hit, does this hit, does this hit, does this hit? He's swinging with like 6s, 9s, 8s, 11s.
But I never got a chance to fight back. I'm just like, getting like
You're
held
pinned-
down without like
When
any
you
role
initiate
play.
a conflict, you initiate this fucking
But every-
conflict like that, you're gonna get hit, dog.
Bro,
your
when I
hits.
initiated the conflict, everybody rolls against it. I'm just sitting here and I don't roll anything to see what's going
Everyone
on with me.
reacts.
Correct.
You
Deal
started
with
the
the
conflict.
consequences. Deal with the consequences. You fucking poke the
You
dragon,
fucking
get burned.
you. These guys were
That
not
makes
even
no
invested
sense.
until you did the thing, dog.
You're being
But those
pinned.
still doesn't
The
make
action
sense.
was yours.
You're
It's an
being
ultra
It still
role
doesn't
okay.
make
play.
sense.
So
I haven't
You
rolled
causing
against it.
conflict.
Malachi, in this scenario, you're being pinned down by a Death Company Marine in full blood rage, now mutated by Zinch, turned into a possessed Chaos Marine that is getting forcibly enraged and mutated into stronger and stronger forms, with other Marines beating the fuck out of it, and it's still growing in strength, and it's beating the shit out of you. I'm pretty sure that could pin you down and just keep wailing on you.
It could, but I could also roll against it and try to
Sure,
escape.
we'll roll
That's
the next.
point of rolling.
Sure, I'll do. We'll do this. We'll recap it, and we'll do the next 15 rolls. So first off, he's going to attack you. Does a 9 hit?
I mean, I can drop it here. That's that annoying. I'm just trying to make the game a little bit interesting. If you guys just wants to like role play and talk, that's fine. I can just fucking dip. I'm just trying to play the game. If I don't get to roll against it, I'm not playing the game. I'm just sitting here, waiting for you guys to talk for like an hour, and all I get to do is roll, and I can't even get that done. That's kind of stupid. That's all I'm saying. If you guys are pissed because I made the fucking game about role playing interesting, I mean,
No,
I
you
guess.
can roll. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll just fucking do it, and you guys can fucking talk here for 3 hours, and that's it. I'm trying to roll shit. I'm trying to roll. You know, you guys are good at like talking and like role playing and what. I like the action, so my character gets in problems. That's what he does. But I'm trying to at least roll against shit that is going on. If I don't get to do that, I can just say, you can just say I'm dead, and that's it. I just fucking kill him right there. I can just dip, and you guys can keep doing your thing. That's why I got pissed. It's fucking stupid. And I'm not talking directly to you, by the way, Alfan. It's like Tyler's getting pissed at me because I'm requesting the rolls. It's like, bro, this is part of the game. I want to do my fucking rolls. That's it. If
Okay.
not, bro, it is
sure,
what it
you
is. I
can-
just
you
leave,
can-
bro.
no,
I don't want any
You
fucking
can do your rolls.
patient.
That's fine. You can do the rolls. I'm just saying that in terms of the role play, there's not always action all the time. So we're in the action. If you want to do your rolls, you can do your rolls.
Oh no, I know there's action, but right now there's action going on. I want to roll my action.
Okay,
point,
so
my action.
you have been tackled and you took damage. You've up to 4 wounds and damage. You are currently tackled, getting the beat fuck out of you. What do you want to do while this mutated Marine's on top of you? What do you want to try to do?
So if it's like holding me down, I want to roll to get out of it,
Roll me a strength.
like any normal fucking thing. I got a 5.
Okay, I'll roll his pool. So, let's see. 1, 2, 3. So you're matched in equal strength. As you resist against him, grabbing on to like his arms and stuff, what do you want to do is you're like equally pushing back and forth in strength and value. You can try to crawl from underneath him or try to move away, but he's like, as you crawl away or try to like move away, he like pins you down again, but he's focused on trying to beat you up.
Can I like try and free one of my hands to grab my melta
Okay.
and try to shoot it?
Roll me. So you have 1 wrath, right? You can still do a wrath. You can try to either roll for it or you can try to do a narrative declaration.
So the narrative will be just for me to actually, with the roll, since this roll matched, I'm just trying to like beat it with my wrath to get out.
So rolling on it is, think of it like this. You're trying to roll on it to see if you can reach for your Melta. There could be consequences, there could not be. If you succeed, you get it, you don't, whatever. A forced interaction is you get the Melta, you shoot him, consequences might be damned. You might get scratched in the process. You might slash your arm or something. But you do it, but it's in the most crudest way possible. Other things would lead to complications. But it gets done. It gets what you want done.
All right, I'll do that, and I'll grab the Melta, and I will try to shoot him on the legs to see if I can like get off me, kind of, or like fall down, kind of like get his like whatever. Just get him off me. Maybe dropping on his ass or something if I can shoot him on the legs.
So you said you're going to spend your wrath to make a declaration?
Yeah, I'll just grab it, or like
So-
just get my hand out and manage to grab my Melta, and now I'm gonna point to his legs and shoot him to see if I can fully get him off me.
So
Or
you
drop him.
take out your melt as you blow a hole through his torso. You manage to get out from under him, taking at least 2 more wounds of damage as he cuts into your side. But as you get out, you're able to get away. You're out from under him. He's like kind of groaning in pain as the tendrils wither out from around him and begin to remake his flesh, starting to form 2 more claw-like hands from the outside of his vertebra as he turns around and like grabs, pinning the chaplain to the wall, as he then sways his incense in front of him, kind of like knocking him back, and he's gutturing in pain and groaning in pain as he's like barfing up blood. Now that you're out from underneath him, you're damaged, you're bleeding. The other one is still raging in the corner, beating the fuck out of everyone else, and split a salamander in half. He drops to the ground right in front of you. What do you do at this point?
I'm gonna test out the new Thunderhammer. So I pull out the Thunderhammer, and I'm just gonna face this thing head on. Is it my turn to attack, or is it his? It's mine, right?
Sure, you can continue. It's kind of like free combat / mini roleplay at this moment. It's pretty open in the chaos.
All right, so Malachi managed to get out. He grabs his Thunderhammer, his new Thunderhammer, and he just goes to town. Try to see if we can like beat this thing, this mess that he made, or if he just dies trying. So I'm just gonna roll his weapon skill, right, for melee.
Yeah, you use your weapon skill for melee.
But there one roll I put like 11 in there.
You only have a d6 in your weapon skill?
No, I don't know what he rolled one. 1, 5, 6. I got 6, 7 in total. Wait, is this 7 total? Yep.
So you hit, I assume. What are you hitting with?
The Thunderhammer.
Yeah. What's your number to hit?
What do you mean wasn't? So I just rolled weapon skill.
Yeah, that's
So
to hit
I-
the target. What is your number
Mhm.
that you're hitting the defense with? Like how many points?
So I got 7 in total as well.
Okay, 7. So
I got
you,
7.
I didn't hear that. So you hit him with 7. Now roll your damage.
Okay. I'm just hitting the wrong thing. Alright, so 6 extra ED. That's 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6, and then it has brutal. So brutal just adds 1 to all of this. Is that, or am I reading that wrong? It says when rolling damage dice, add 1 to the results of each extra damage dice. So is it each of them? So it's like 1 to like each of my dice. So 6 more damage, or is it just 1 at the end of my roll for brutal?
What did you say?
So I have 6 ED, but it's brutal, right? So
Yeah.
brutal says
Follow the
Then
brutal
add
chart.
1 to the result of each extra damage die. So is it like 6 extra or just
Look at your
1
weapon.
extra?
It has a different brutal thing. So the
It just says
Thunderhammer,
brutal.
the Thunderhammer runs off a different brutal counter similar to the Crozius, where brutal, instead of doing 1 extra for the damage dice, is instead the results of 1 and 2s are 0 damage, 3 and 4s are 1 damage, results of 5 and 6s are 2 damage.
Oh. So from my roll, I guess like I still got 6 in total from my roll. But like now for like
So-
that extra 1, that's where I'm confused at.
No, so brutal does not do the 1 so brutal would normally do the 1 extra damage per brutal dice in play. That is thrown out the window because the Thunderhammer runs off the brutal trait chart under its weapon, meaning that you count up your points. So you have the 4, so 1s and 2s don't mean anything. 3s and 4s equal 1 damage, so a 4 is 1 damage, a 3 is 1 damage, you're up to 2. 6s are 2 damage, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you're doing 8 extra damage from your ED because of the new,
I see
because
now.
of the way that
Okay.
the Crozius works. So it's 8 extra
So
damage.
the
plus your
3s
base.
is still 1 damage and the 5s are 2. Okay.
Yeah,
I
the
get it now.
chart's in general chat if you still need it. Of the weapon.
So it's 25 in total, 25 damage, minus 3 AP. But I didn't get like the breaking defense thing, right? When I rolled the first one, I don't think so. No, it was a 4.
So what's your total damage?
25.
So as Portil is, are you hitting the one that Portil's burning, or are you hitting the one that's regenerating like gut blood?
So it's I thought Portil was fighting the other one. If it's the same one,
You're fighting A, he's
Uh,
fighting B.
I'll just yeah, I'll just hit him where he was like trying to regenerate from my melter shot.
So you whack him again into the stomach. The Thunderhammer ripples around his bones as you feel the indent crush into the ceramite and bone plating as he does take more damage. And then you see that again the tentacles start regenerating the flesh on him as that while you are beating him up, chaos tends to twinge a bit more as more warp is released into the condensed area as change begins to mutate further as the rippling charge from your Thunderhammer pulses between his nerve endings and sends out a shock across his armor. He's stunned in place for a briefest of moments, coughing up more blood and guts, but his size begins to slowly grow, bit by bit.
Portil is still focused on trying to restrain that one that he procced his dirty fighter on.
What are you doing, Artorius?
Your headset might be acting up. There we go.
Hello, hello, hello. You can hear me?
Hello, I do.
Okay, thank fucking God. It usually beeps at me when it randomly disconnects. So I'm kind of in free, right?
You're kind of in free. You're not really dedicated to one or the other. Portil's pinning one. Soriel's kind of backed into a corner by the door. While it is being wrenched open, he's like behind the Marine. Portil's in front of it, burning it to death. Mikhail's recovering from his blood wounds and, beating one with a hammer while the chaplain is getting pinned on a wall. Salamanders are trying to beat out of it, and it's just getting tossed around by the flesh tentacles. And you can
As long as I don't rush
you
into
can-
oncoming fire, I'm going to rush towards the possessed attacking Mikhail and swing my Crozius at it.
Okay. Go ahead and swing.
I got a 7.
Good roll.
Yeah, you hit.
Alright, rolling damage.
Why did I only roll? Oh, that poor tail's rolling a d6.
No,
What'd you roll as
I
damage?
don't know why. That is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is a 5 damage plus. Damage plus 14. I have a 19 damage.
So, as you and Mikhail both swing upon its gut and head, kind of comboing it like the Three Stooges, smack, bing, bong, bink, you smack it into the back, it puts up against the wall, smearing blood all over it, and it is now on the ground, not unconscious, but it's focusing on purely regeneration now. As it's let go of the other Marines, they begin to wail on it. What do you and Mikhail choose to do? What do you also say to Mikhail as you get over there?
Malachi.
Yeah.
I only
No, just
have
correct.
time to glance down at Malachi and kind of look towards where I'm aiming next, and I'm going to aim at its face.
Malachi, do you wish to try to
Yes, sir.
sync up with your brother and do a combo attack?
Yes, I'll switch to my Melta now. Oh, wait, are you aiming to his face with the gun or the
With my
Crozius?
Crozius.
Oh, okay, so I'll do the
My
same
Crozius,
thing
yeah.
with my hammer. So we just gotta batch his head in both at the same time.
I'm rolling pretty well tonight.
Are you gonna roll first, Artorius, or you want me to roll first?
I was waiting for him to tell me if we're rolling. Are you rolling weapon skill?
Well, are you rolling with
or
a?
anything?
Are you what are you guys rolling? I'm waiting for you.
So we're doing hammer
both,
and Crozius, so it's melee.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, both of you roll a check together, and we'll take the cumulative result as your. Are you wanting to do a combo attack and like try to smash his head in?
Yeah, I guess, right?
Yeah, combo.
Okay.
Alright, cool. I have
Wombo combo. Oh, by the way, Cactus.
Yep.
That 6 is the burn damage.
Okay.
Just to put in perspective how hot he's feeling right now.
So, what is both your guys' hit?
So I got a 9 in total.
Artorius?
I got 7. So in total we have 16.
You both bash his head in. As you both bash his head in, the head explodes and smears like a fucking explosion of a volcano of gore all across the ceiling and wall. As that happens, Mikhail, you feel a twinge in the air of chaos as it tries to worm its way into your brain. You could do something right here and now to make a bit more chaos and to continue the change and ad nauseum of the situation, potentially sticking it on a different chaos or a different heretic if you wish. But it might inflict another corruption point if you're willing to take the chance.
So my question to, I guess, to Artorius, do you want me to roll for that, and you'll try to roll your Lion's Wrath like last time?
Well,
And stop
this
me?
is happening in your brain. This isn't like
Yeah,
something...
yeah, but he can see me trying to do it, and trying to stop me still, or I guess, I don't know.
This
Yes.
this isn't like an interaction thing between you two. This is purely your choice. Because it's like chaos is worming way into you as the breach of like the immaterium is here now, right? But there's like, it's little whispers in your ear where you could do something and all you have to do is say yes and it will happen.
So I don't have to roll anything. I just gotta say yes.
It's do you choose to?
Can I fight it? Like roll something, and if
Yeah,
I
you could.
fail, I do it.
You
Or if I
you
not,
can roll me resolve if you want to,
okay.
or you can say no. It's purely that simple of a choice. As
I'll just
chaos,
make it. I'll let the dice do it. Alright, so I got 2.
well, a 1 point.
Oh, I forgot the 3. Yeah, I was confusing the 3.
So chaos says to you, do you want to make sure that that heretic in your vision maybe could squash the other? He is, after all, of a World Eater descent. Would not the blood curdle upon your blade? And again, rolling one way or the other is valid, but this is outside of the dice. This is a choice for you to make as your character, yes or no. After seeing what what the simple note did, do you want more chaos to try to fix the situation? Do you feel like your schemes could do so? Or do you choose to fight against that? What would Malachi do?
So Malachi will say yes.
Okay. As you say, respond to me in your character how you would say yes to that in your head.
Okay, so the way that you're putting it right now is like, or like how Malachi sees it, is like trying to get rid of like all the heretics, like with this problem. That's what you mean, right?
Your chaos is worming
like-
the words in the way specifically as this says. You see there is a World Eater heretic. You see there is also like the Iron Warriors. You know that there is a guy who's wearing knight armor helmet. But you look at the Blood Eater of the world. So like
the
you
World Eater.
look at the Flesh Tear. And it's like saying, you could knock out 2 Chaos Astartes with 1 stone here. I mean, what's to say he doesn't go a little bloodthirsty and kills the other one? I mean, you have the warp space at your disposal. Sure, it's only chaos, but I mean, you're directing it for the Imperium. And you've already caused these other 2 to go insane, and while he's beating up the brawl, you've done what you set out to do. You distracted away from the brawl from Artorias, and no longer is it focused on him, it's focused on these Astartes. You have the power to change something. Would you want to make the change? And that's your call to make. Not the dice, yours. Yes or no?
Okay. So Malachi was gonna say yes. You know, in his head, that like was like perfectly. It would be like a perfect plan to try to like get rid of like every heretic gene seed. But like this guy is not being really heretics. When he was about to say yes and like go fully the chaos route, you know, like like having chaos help him, he kind of looks at his brothers and he has like I guess like a flashback or like a PTSD episode of the lion again, and basically the lion just tells him no and to stop, and he basically just drops his hammer and drops on his knees, like seeing like every fucking mess, mostly every mess that they get in is because of his action.
So, as you feel that wash over you, drop the thunder hammer and you look around you. You look around you, the warp manifestation, the chaos that's creeped into you, the choices of constantly choosing change and action and withering and trying to force a change. And this is the consequence. There was once a peaceful hall, and now you force two brothers, two cousins, to undergo a horrible mutation. And as the one is curdling, not regenerating, the whispers of chaos die out as you feel regret. As you kneel there with the thunder hammer covered in blood at your hands, and the body slumps down and starts to bleed as the blood slowly flows down the cracks and tiles as the screams of other Brotherhood rings out around you. On the other end, the Ultramarines break through the door as you have him there, Porteal, and the Ultramarine says, "Get back!" as he shoves Soriel out the door, and he says to Porteal, "Stand back!" as the Ultramarines shove a couple crack grenades down the guy's gullet.
While he's on fire?
Like, you've burned away all of his flesh, and the mouth is open. Like, you've burned enough away that they can, like, shove it down the chest hole. Like, I want you to imagine...
All right. Porteal
you have
acts
taken...
reactively and backs off.
You have burned off enough of, like, the upper chest cavity and helmet. There's just, like, a hole. And there's just, like, a skeleton up top. But there's just, like, a hole into the flesh cavity. As you toss...
Understood. Yeah. Porteal's going to be proactive in recognizing the situation as it unfolds and steps back, giving the crack some space to be crack grenades. I'm going to cease my firing and back off. Now that Porteal was holding up one of them for enough time for the others to have some sort of intervention. Porteal's now backing off. And
so it immediately blows up as Soriel is kind of like pushed back out of the way. And as that happens, it blows up. And as the twinges of chaos begin to form once again, you feel a little bit of dread as you hear a deep voice as tendrils begin to close in with teeth and wings of crimson begin to sprout, and then you hear the rupture of a plasma cannon fire as the Centurion Dreadnought wakes up from his elevator and fires off a plasma cast that just screams down and eviscerates whatever is left right in front of you to a bubbling crater of plasma that slips and continues to bubble and curdle with blood. Immediately, the warp shift deviates as you no longer feel the humming in your head, as you all feel a bit lighter and you can breathe again. Blood mist slowly erects from the vents and goes between the filters, clogging them up. Around you lay a dead salamander, two dead corrupted blood angels, a wounded chaplain, a fearfully and corroded successor World Eater, two dead Ultramarines, and a wounded Imperial Fist, as well as a crumpled, wounded Chalice, Soul of the Chalice Drinker. As he looks to Artorias slumped on a chair, "We'll finish our duel later."
Yeah,
We must, but I felt like we already fought together. And I do not think you any more a traitor to our kin, but I still must begrudge you that awful decor. And I kind of and Artorias starts to chuckle. And it assumes
he laughs and is like,
other
"Oh," as he coughs blood up, like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah, we both fought a fucking something that's way out of our ken. So we're good.
What did you say, Porteal?
We took some licks. He got some licks. This is how friendships are made.
Sorry, what?
What did you say?
Oh yeah, I would like to do an investigation check on the salamander's body to see if he has one of them salamander fancy
Bro.
flamers.
Fucking pick the body, goddamn blood
Bro, you
raven.
cannot loot in front of. Bro, you cannot loot a fucking cousin corpse
Doing
in the middle
This is
of
me
the-
identifying. I'm not touching shit. I'm not touching shit right now.
Blood raven.
I'm not Malachi. I
You're gonna
don't.
piss me off. You're gonna piss
I
me
don't-
the fuck off.
No. I just want to identify it.
Well, you know what that I just identified in that the only image in our Vox chat is of you posting like a screenshot when the map was messing up. But what I identified is a fucking Chinese takeout fucking box on your PC desk. You fat
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Let's see here.
That's what I identified.
Custodial
Oh,
also,
you didn't see the zigzags on the table either?
So you look at the body.
was going one
Roll
at
me
a
your
time.
awareness, or sorry, investigation. What was your investigation?
Yeah, no, I'm doing that now.
As you roll investigation, Artorius, you see that Malachi is knelt on the ground, covered in blood. The thunder hammer that he used to bash the other one's skull in, covered in blood. How do you respond to him, given his moment of reflection and horror?
So my split screening stuff is my character sheet just went my Google Chrome tab just.
That's
went
fine.
black.
You can have a role play moment over here. Malachi and
There you
Artorius, the floor is yours.
You're good there, brother. And I clasp my arm with Malachi's. I did not expect such treachery to exist within these halls, even how many heretics they are. I couldn't have expected it from the sons of Sanguinius.
brother, this is my fault. All I wanted was to have a little brawl, and this was not my intention, brother. I did
Artorius
not want to kill one of our
grasps
cousins.
the arm really quickly. He grasps the arm extremely hard. Speak of this later, when there are none others around. He's worried immediately about how secret, implicit this is.
Malachi just nods and tells him that even though like this
Oh.
happened, there has to
Can
be
we
some
sign
corruption
language?
here. Oh my god, I don't know.
Do you what?
Yeah, some sort of code or some sort of vox we can attempt.
I mean, you have your Calvinite code.
Calvinite code, yeah. We Calvinite code, speak later, get other fucking messages that are short.
Yeah, so Malachi just nods and grabs his hammer and stands up.
As you pick up your hammer, Malachi, you see the chaplain remove his helmet, with tears rolling down his face, looking at his corrupted, dead brother.
Damn.
Artorius attempts to help up the the cook if we haven't gotten up each other yet.
The cook is sitting in a chair.
That might be too late. Yeah. Okay. We both
There's
got up
different
already.
apothecaries that rush in as the commissar rushes in, and as the commissar / inquisitor is like, "What the fuck has gone on in here?"
Why do you not look for yourself?
He looks to you.
There are two possessed among your own kin. Well, two possessed that you have not allowed to be detected. But how could we expect a human to notice these things? But do not worry, for it was the RISIN who discovered their weakness, and therefore cleansed them of this place. Your thanks, Commissar.
Commissar and
Portillo
Inquisitor,
points
essentially the
at-
same thing.
Portillo points at the Blood Angel chaplain and says, "You not only failed them, but you failed your chapter." Look what happened to your brothers. You were supposed to be the binding that threads everything together.
With a shattered will, you hear a bolter
Kill
shot.
himself.
Do it. Yes. Yes.
With a shattered will, you hear a bolter shot ring out in casing as you finish your words. The chaplain shot himself.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Damn. You just made a
I
Yeah,
am
like
so
a
proud
investigation
of our Dark
shot
Angels
to see
group.
what the-
We have
I like it.
successfully committed to destroying an entire Blood Angels kill team and convincing a chaplain to kill itself. I am so proud of us. I am so
You mean
fucking
we?
proud.
This is the investigation. This is all part of the plan.
Yeah, no, I'd like to roll
Sorial
another
was
Where's
the biggest
that?
part
Where's
of the
that?
entire
Where's that
plan.
world bearer with his book? At this point, that's
In
what I
fact,
wanna
some
know.
may say this was Sorial's greatest idea ever.
Ah, yes, cause a chaos incursion in the mess hall, and then cause what? A blood angel and his brothers to go infected with chaos because one of your brothers said, I want to fuck around with chaos, and decided to invoke Zinch.
While this
So
was
what
going on,
happened? What
while
happened was
this was going
Sorial.
on, Sorial was
Sorial was the one that gave me the paper, by the way, like little paper, because he was suspecting something of those blood angels. So he gave me
Yeah.
the paper.
Okay, so I'm gonna jump in here. So while, like, Artorias walked over to Malachi and Portiel, along with Portiel, Sorial had walked over to the dead salamander, and with the salamander Narthesium was trying to extract potentially the gene seed there from the dead salamander.
Roll me a
it's
Medica.
still there. All right. In this case, this is not a respite, so it'll just be 10.
By the way, my roll was 3 5s.
So 1 point.
That's
No,
Wrath.
it was 3 points.
Oh, 3 points.
That is a 6 on Wrath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 total.
You're able to extract the gene seeds with the Salamander's Narthesium as the two that are with him in his kill squad stand with him, as there's a tech marine and a normal assault battle brother. May we carry back our stock to our chapter.
It is my honor to provide this and return it back to his brethren.
We shall commence our ritual once we can exhume his body from this place. May his ashes burn to Vulcan's grand grave. For there is no desert here, but iron jungle.
May the eternal flame breathe new life and have his legacy carried on forward.
The melta that he had is just a normal melta gun and normal melta canisters with melta bombs.
Ooh, not the wrong.
Also, again, by the way, from the reductor tool, +1 Wrath.
Yep. So,
But
yes, congratulations. You forced a warp change into 2 healthy space marines through Zinch and then caused a bloodbath.
They weren't healthy, they're blood angels.
Oh.
So this is
Their
where
weakness is a choice, and to have that corruption, they were corrupted already.
Yeah.
timeline-wise, to the handing off of that GNC to the salamanders is when the bolt shot goes
Pretty
off.
much. The bolt shot goes off as you're startled by it as the chaplain shot himself.
All right.
Sorial saw Malachi walk over. I guess actually this is a question. Was Sorial able to see Malachi walk over to that table before everything happened?
The only one that saw him walk over to it was Artorius, that saw him from the side, like he turned to the side and saw him walk over, slide a piece of paper, and then immediately 2 blood angels rage the fuck out.
Also, Sorial doesn't know about how this all happened off.
Sorial and Portiel have no idea how this occurred, other
Very well,
than
then after,
other than Artorius getting into a fight with the cook and then 2 blood angels being like, "Rrrr!"
And before that, Portiel was minding, didn't give a fuck eating a steak.
well, then Sorial's follow-up action is that he also then looks over to the Saturnine Dreadnought and to communicate to him. Honored brother of the Legion's ancient past, I thank you for your service this day.
He says to you, well, service has been carried out. It is not a grand day to see a chaplain lose his faith.
Certainly not. The circumstances of how this came to be are myriad to me.
He looks over at Malachi.
And if he had true faith, he would not have faltered.
He looks
Weakness is a choice.
He looks at Malachi and Artorius. For I am glad that you are not hurt, and that no ill was caused from you.
That may be so, but many rites of cleansing must be done on these halls now, to prevent further corruption of our brothers.
You see Marduk finally make it, as he heard all the commotion and is now there, and he says, I am here for what has occurred.
A corruption of the like that I'm sure you are aware.
Isn't this the first time
Demons.
Portiel sees the word bear?
Same for Soriel. They've never seen him before.
Yeah, same for
Yeah,
Malachi.
none of you have ever gone into the chapel. Holy fuck.
All right. And
So-
can Portiel do like a passive kind of like scholar? Would it be an awareness check to see?
It would be
does the
a
word bear have
scholar.
his book right?
Well, here's the thing. The only way that you know that he's a word bearer is if he takes the cloak off that he has on. Because it's like, the pauldron is covered by a cloak. So unless
Oh,
you...
okay.
Because the only way that he knew about it was the book, right? The book was bound with leather unknown and had a faded symbol on it. And the pauldron he had and the crozius he wore was of word bearer origin. But unless you were a chaplain of that nature, you wouldn't notice those things. A chaplain looks like a chaplain no matter the chapter.
Okay,
You could roll a
okay,
scholar
okay.
check, though.
All right, all right. Oh, so does he have the book on him?
Yeah, he has the book on him. You see a book
All right, yeah.
bound
Well,
with
that's
leather
pretty
and
good.
spikes on it, very gothic, covered in chains, and it has a lock on it, as well as it's covered in candle wax, like it looks like a normal Imperial Gothic book, but still like a little bit more rare and old.
All right.
His armor's a bit strange, as it has a bunch of Imperial hymns written all over it.
Which everybody is strange at this point. You got so many fucking smorgasbord of successor chapters on there.
No, I mean, like, it's weird in the sense that most chaplains don't have that. Like, to give you an idea of how odd it is for a chaplain to have this, the chaplain has, like, a bunch of hymns and litanies written all over his stuff. He has different drapes of like, pages from the Imperial Creed Codex and everything draped across him. His crozius is lit up like a fireball, and he wears atop of him a librarian's reliquary, like a librarian's relic.
So essentially, if I pass this scholar check, I'm going to realize that he thought the Emperor was cool before it was cool.
If you might pass high enough, you might recognize his word bearer, because that's kind of like the whole drip they have. But what did you roll for your scholar check?
It didn't go through. I refreshed though, so I'm redoing it.
Oh, I'll do a scholar check at the same time.
Malachi, roll me your scholar check.
Malachi is like a little bit like he doesn't really pay attention to the chaplain. He's still kind of like shocked by what happened because of what he did. So he doesn't pay attention to the chaplain.
So
Portiel,
Soriel
Guardian.
and Portiel knows everything.
The Guardians of the Covenant are well studied, brother.
That's what.
Yeah,
That's why I don't wanna roll it.
It's very lore accurate, you know. When we're building our characters, we're relatively naive as OOC.
I mean, I'm glad that you recognize as a character and player that twinging with chaos was a bad idea, and that forcing the combat was probably not the best idea. But you could still roll to try to recognize him, because you did say you
If I
wanted
recognize him, I'm gonna shoot him in the face. That's why I don't want it. That's just just Malachi as how
Ma-
he
Ma-
is. He
to.
wouldn't
So
let like a world bearer be in front of his face. He just
I'm telling you as your DM, that is a okay reaction to have, because that's a dark angel to a word bearer, heretic to whatever. The one before that was like a, okay, that was a dick move to the blood angel. But if your response was like, yeah, I want to shoot him in the face, that's probably a valid one. It took several arcs for Artorias not to kill him.
yeah, but Taurus is a little bit more level-headed than Malachi. Malachi will just not. He will just not be like, okay,
you don't
yeah, let me
want
see
to-
what he has to say.
If you don't want to, that's fine. I'm just saying that
I mean, if
it
you
would
guys want
be-
me to roll it, but if not, I would
Well,
rather.
aren't you on your knees right now, essentially repenting?
No,
to yourself?
I already stand up. That's why I said that I wasn't like really paying attention because he already stood up, but like he's still like not really paying attention or what's
Fair
going
enough.
on or what people are talking. He's just like a little bit
Out of it.
out of it right now.
So, Portiel, what was your roll? What did it add up to?
My roll was a critical 6, and to spoil it, Soriel also got a critical 6.
Oh, hell.
So we
so
both draw our bolters.
You look at who walks in as you see a golden light showering from this chaplain, as he says to Artorias, "For I shall help you cleanse the area, as we shall put the Emperor's holy light into the rest of this place, my dear cousin." And as you say that, you quickly realize what the fuck this chaplain is, as he is a word bearer, but he has all the markings of what would be a non-chaos word bearer. But he's still a word bearer.
And Portiel notices the buck too. And a part of his character is he's the pyrotech of the Bellatrix, which is
Lots of people
renowned
noticing
for-
a bunch of shit. Can I do a private vox with this squad?
Yeah,
The Sons of the Lion.
sure.
Do I need to roll, or is it just a
Tech check.
tech check? All right, we're tech checking.
It might be easy. It'll be easy.
I'll say what I'm gonna say regardless.
Yeah.
But
Essentially, right now, Portiel and Soriel just looked at each other in acknowledgement, and we're literally like start to take action, and you realize this, and you're taking your action by trying to box this.
Ooh.
yes, I did get a crit 6.
You're able to patch
That
through
is
to the
a two.
Vox to them. What do you say?
Stay your hands, brothers. I've already met this one. And I could tell you to not only have, by my worth, that I prove him non-corrupted, but I do see the taint of his legion, and I would seek to find that corruption in a timely manner. We need to stay our hands right now, because everyone else in this server, including the Ultramarines and every other Astartes around us, believe this one to be loyal. I do to some extent. It believes it's loyal, at least.
Do they all?
But this is not the time to fight this one. We already have done a lot of damage, and we still might come on top if we walk away peacefully from this. We already look like heroes for finding 2 heretics.
What do you mean?
Now press our luck.
We have done damage.
Yes, it was the Blood Angels that did the damage.
Sons of the Lion
All
worked
right.
together, and what we did was find 2 heretics, and that is the case.
Yes, Artorias.
And that's what we're going to say to this heretic chaplain filth. Agreed?
Soriel will remember.
Why
that.
don't you say that, sir? And he says, why don't you do that, apothecary commander?
Your problem now.
sorry, what was I guess the what was the tail end of that, Artorias?
The tail end of that was he said, "Why don't you tell them that story, Apothecary Commander?"
All right, for
Which
role
was,
playing my character's reasons, the fact that he's a word bearer, whether redeemed or not, it's the book that's the issue right now for Portil. And Portil hears this box, looks to Soriel, and he would like to do an intimidation check
On the priest?
on Soriel.
Oh, okay.
Oh no!
Okay.
Sorry.
Because Portil is a part of something very different than Soriel. So
Okay, well,
What do you
Portil
mean?
versus Soriel, intimidation.
or would it be intimidation on his part, or what would he roll according
Well,
to
it's
that?
intimidation to intimidation. So, like, he's rolling
Is it
intimidation to not fear you, and you're rolling intimidation to be like, no, like an overrule.
Okay.
Because it's not leadership, it's not being, like, circular-minded, it's a battle of opinions.
Or he could use leadership to overcome that. I don't know.
That's up to you,
Depends.
Soriel. Do you view, like, this as a leadership thing, or do you view this as two individuals?
I don't know why he's rolling intimidation here, or what are you trying to do here, Portil? Like, why even
You'll-
roll intimidation?
You'll find out.
Okay, the thing is, so you clearly have some revelation here, something here you're trying to do.
So what from your perspective with your passive awareness, you would notice that Portil is more so hyper focused on the book rather than
Yeah.
the etchings on the ward bear.
If you have like input here into the situation and things, like I don't think I would fight you on that at all. Like it's you and I
You're
would,
supposed to be his
you and I went into this together. How you call it? What the fuck is your intimidation skill? What?
Holy shit.
Oh my god!
We got a 9.
So you got a 9, so...
All right. Oh, by the way, Soriel, you're also inflicted with fear.
Why would
Those
You couldn't
Batman,
just
bro.
talk to me? What is this about?
Roleplay out your
Batman,
thing, and
bro.
I'll tell you how it inflicts you.
Okay. So
So you hear the vox from Artorias. Portil's looking, kind of trying to judge the situation. Soriel's looking to judge the situation. Portil, what do you do with this intimidation?
With this intimidation, I look to Soriel, and I tell him, "There's some things you don't understand. If you get in the way, you'll be a part of it."
Toriel is utterly sort of taken off guard, snaps off from his
Nani?
analysis of the whole situation. Taken aback, his mind is scrambled, and he suddenly looks at Portil with a sort of kind of shock from what was originally just his line brother. This tone and purpose coming from him, it takes him off guard. He isn't even able to sort of react to it. It's just sort of silence. But
When you're
he
inflicted with this kind of fear status, this isn't like a fear of like you're scared of your brother. This is a fear as you look to a blood angel that is overcome with a sense of duty to kill a heretic, and it's like a blood rage of a blood angel. You look at it and you don't see a brother, you see a beast.
When I look at Portil,
For the moment that you look at Portil, when you're inflicted with this fear, you don't see a brother anymore. You see a beast trying to kill something. A wild predator that's looking at you and saying that I want to kill this thing in front of me. and I will kill whatever needs to be in front of me to get to it. If you don't wish to be caught in the crossfire, you will back the fuck off. No matter what you think or what you're going to do. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter what you were thinking. You look at and you see a beast, no longer a brother.
Soriel takes a step back. Soriel takes a step back.
Portiel doesn't skip a beat after seeing. Sorry, Soriel, are you done?
Nope, yeah. So takes a step back. Quiet, just doesn't, and essentially has removed himself from the equation.
Alrighty, so Portiel doesn't skip a beat. He sees Soriel back off, and he instantly hyper-focuses back onto the word bear. Steps forward, pointing his flamer directly at him. Probably about 5 feet away. Looking at the book, looks at the word bearer and says, "You own something that doesn't belong to you. I don't care what you have to say. You're going to relinquish that to where it belongs, and it's going to be acquired by force if necessary."
For my book, this is mine, for it belongs to me and only me. To what you may think, it is not. It is not your relic, it is mine. For this is my own journal, my own thoughts and my own prayers, to which I have of my own accord. You shall back your flamer away. I do not give you this threat out of fear. I do not give this threat out of anger. But I've proven myself to your kin before, and I can prove it again, time after time, if the Emperor so chooses so. But please, do not bring any more bloodshed to what has already occurred.
Artorius tries to rush
But
in,
if
and
you
he
wish
steps in between.
to burn
He
me,
steps
then
in between.
please. He opens his arms with full reverence, clutching his book, and says, "If you wish to light me to a crisp, then the Emperor shall protect me with his light. Do so at your own accord of faith."
You were redeemed, but nothing belongs to you. And I step forward, and I put a hand on the book, and I look at the word bearer, and I close the gap in between them. And I would like to attempt another intimidation.
To try to take the book from him, or to what?
I reach out to put my hand on the book to take it, and do an intimidation check. Will you allow that?
Sure.
Absolutely. Because I'm split screening on mobile. Give me a second.
Swirl's not used to being bitched.
As you go to make your intimidation, he is going to spend a miracle point and use one of his charges of faith as he gets the Emperor's resolve.
And I would use my last wrath against him for whatever that will be, to make my Can I use my wrath to negate his faith point?
No.
No.
It's a booster, not a negator. That would be glory.
Okay.
Don't have any glory at the moment. What was your point pool?
Point pool is not very good. I'm going to use a wrath to re-roll that. 'Cause I'm pretty sure a 2 doesn't succeed. Does a 5 succeed?
No. So, Emperor's Resolve makes him immune to the fear condition. The second thing that it does is it boosts test against intimidation and fear. When you attempt to close the gap with your flamer, to him. You press it up against his gut, I assume, trying to do something threatening as you hold on to the...
I was reaching out for the tome.
Yeah, like you put your hand on the tome and you close the distance, getting in front of him, and you notice the clutch upon his tome begins to glow as he kind of yanks your hand off of it and tells you once again, "For I once again tell you to back away, for this is my tome, this is my faith. And by the Emperor's hand, by his glory, I shall stand as his faithful, and you shall back away," as you kind of see a golden light exhume around him as you're shoved back by a force of, like, it just shoves you back like a couple feet as you're just pushed a little bit away from him as he flexes and he uses a miracle.
All right, yeah, no. Portiel stumbles back a few feet in relative shock, kind of silently judging the situation, idly holding his heavy flamer in one hand to the side, not aimed at anything.
"I give you your last warning. If you come at me again with such damage, fleeting rage or wrath, I shall be forced to use the Emperor's light against you. And I shall not damage you, but I will make it hurt."
There's a moment of silence, and if Artorius wanted to come in, this would be the perfect time.
I guess I could.
Oh no, you said you wanted to interject a minute ago, so.
Yeah, and I'll hop in like understood. We don't want any more qualms today. We've already had to rout out 2 heretics, and the corrupted among us have been proven with certain blessings and rights in these halls. No more corruption will waylay us. We'll be able to continue on the Emperor's duties.
He says to you, Artorius, "Take your brothers away before another brawl starts. I have rights to attend to, and I will not be interrupted during my chants or my canticles by another of your kin trying to say that I am a heretic."
Well, that book is still pretty bad, but we're going to go ahead and leave now.
Portiel doesn't leave. He just dead stares the word bearer. What's word bearer's name, by the way?
Marduk.
Marduk. Yeah, Portiel.
Yeah.
Portiel deadpan stares Murdoch. Not a single word. Idly just staring at him.
He begins his rites in canticles as he opens the book, unbinding the chains from it, and unlocks it. Upon opening up, the pages are written within High Gothic as he reads them aloud, reading upon a Latin chant as the pages driftly swallow up with a light and white radiance as he is filled around with an aura. You see the candles upon his shoulder pads light with a fume of fire as he hands out to his hand raised, drawing upon the ground circle as the blood begins to coagulate, lifting up into the air and spreading around to create a circle. As in the circle is an aquila, as well as a pentagram, in which the blood begins to curdle and stain and brown upon the floor, and then it becomes black, right with fire as it bursts into flames. A aura of light is shouted throughout the area as all around you where the blood and gore once was begins to crumple and crack as it fades to dust and fire burns it to charcoal.
Is this guy a psyker?
Psyker,
Hey.
Well, Psyker, all faith is technically a little bit Psykerish, but it's Psyker mixed with Chaplain.
Okay, because I don't know, like that guy is really powerful to be just a chaplain, like doing all that shit.
When I say Chaplain, all war bearers are Psykers, but he's also Chaplain in the sense that, like, 30k Chaplain, where it's like Librarius territory.
Okay.
So out of character, so Wrath and Glory has a mechanic called Faith.
Yes.
And it's almost exclusive to the Ecclesiarchy, Sisters of Battle, and, like, I suppose, yeah, like some chaplain-esque type situations, which you probably homebrewed, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't see anything for Astartes.
So, the way that faith works as a function is that faith, you have points of faith, right? And you have blessings that you can do, which is kind of like magic, in a way, without gaining corruption of warp. It takes a bit longer. You have to do, like, actions and cost and chanting. And then you have miracles, where you have a miracle point system, where you can perform miracles, which are like miniature points of glory, right? So, like, he used an ability which uses faith points, Emperor's Resolve, plus a miracle, which the miracle was, the miracle being, I will shunt anything that wishes to do harm from me a couple feet away, like 5 feet. So, Resolve, plus you got close to him, and he felt threatened by you that you were going to try to do damage, you were shunted back by the miracle.
It's essentially utility magic.
In a way, it can do damage, but to do damage, it has to be part of something else. So, like, the Faith can do stuff like Canticles of Fire, where you bless a bolter, and it makes them explosive, and then the miracle would make them explode in the body. It acts as mini criticals, or
rounds kind of do that too.
When I mean like explode, I mean like explode the whole body.
You essentially cast Smite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a smite for damage, or it's a utility-based critical of some kind, but it's more restrictive than Psyker powers, but it has no backlash because it's faith.
Yeah. Which I thought was so I built my I built a Crusader, and the faith points were, I was looking into that and I was like, holy shit.
Faith is strong.
It is. You don't have the perils of the warp nonsense.
Faith is strong, but it's also weak at the same time, as it's very specific in what you can do and can be limiting on what you can use it for. It's more about survival.
Magic.
Utility and survivability, has next to no offensiveness.
Which is fine, that's what guns are for.
But as you all are able to walk out of the area, you're watching him do it as Artorias, Mikhail, and I guess Soriel walk out of the area into like head of security or something.
Yeah, because I presume like my services are no longer needed in the.
How long do you
the
observe this chaplain, Portiel?
I observe him for probably until his litany's done, cleansing.
That cleansing is going to be like an hour and a half or 2 hours. It's
2 hours. Then he's going to sit there for 2 hours.
So yeah, you sit there for the whole time watching him speak chants, litanies, and working with other chaplains to kind of control the fire, and as it burns away the corruption and helps purify the area, slowly lifting the degrading veil of warp taint as other Marines are kind of pushed out of the area as they go away to go rest or seek medical attention, as some try to clean up and remove splinters of debris and all that nonsense. And like
it's 2 hours. Sorry, I'll jump in here. As it's 2 hours, could I typically like shuffle or recommend Artorias and Malachi to the rest of pods?
Well, you're free to go wherever you want. I was wondering if you're going to stay in head security, or are you going to
Yeah, I would
Restapods?
like the Restapod.
Okay.
I
So-
could rest a pod because I definitely got wounded in that encounter.
So
if that's cool.
as you go to the restopods, you are in a somewhat private place, as you can shut the door. Do you wish to bring? I
Okay.
imagine Artorias and
Yes, I was planning on bringing this to everybody's attention as a group.
Artorias, do you bring your figurines into your restopod?
Did he ask me that in character?
No, that was OOC.
Do you bring the jars with them as well?
But this will be a short
Jars?
rest, right? You don't get much healing from a short rest. It's only like one person, right? You get some healing.
Unless you do a respite. I guess you could do another respite if you wanted to.
I don't know. 2 hours is
Well,
a pretty
would
decent
it- would
time,
it-
huh?
2
Cause
hours
any
is 2 hours is a
penalties?
regroup. It just means you can only heal one person. A respite's 8 hours.
Okay. So
Unless you want to
use-
wait for our Portiel to get back. We'll finish up Portiel's little roleplay segment first. So, 2 hours pass as you guys are doing fuck all of whatever in the bunk bed area, and you, Portiel, watch him for the whole 2 hours as he works with other chaplains in ecclesiarchy and tech priests, and they finish. Upon finishing, he closes the book. A light kind of goes ksink, and he wraps the chains back up and locks the book again. And the sigil that's in the ground fades away and crumbles to dust as the room has been purified. The degradation of the warp is gone, and they are trying to seal the area off to perform a rite of repair and cleansing on the cogitator and machine spirits. So Marduk steps out into the back towards the altars of prayer.
Well, Portiel would interject as he tries to leave the room. Kind of.
What
block
is
his
it
path real
this
quick.
time, Marine?
Word bearer. I give you the credit that your will is stronger than those of a blood angel. But let you know, I'm watching you, and I'm watching you in that book.
You watch me,
This
your
is-
brother
this isn't
watches
over.
me. Multiple people have said the
The
same
more-
thing.
The more you antagonize, the harder it'll come at you.
The more you antagonize me, and the more that your brothers continue to say that I'm a heretic, the more that I prove it and nothing gets anywhere. Even when I prove without a shadow of a doubt the Emperor watches over me and that I serve him, maybe you should seek to stop antagonizing, to stop pursuing and trying to root out where shadows do not lie, and lies only come to jest where you make them.
You're long-winded, word bearer. I care not of what my fellow dark angels do.
Then
don't
to
care about
shorten
what
my
the other
phrases,
person
stop trying to look for trouble where none exists, and stop making trouble. I tire
And
of
that's
it.
what you have redeemed yourself, but you haven't proven that that book yet is redeemed. Time will only tell.
Would you go?
Stay on your path. I'll be watching, and if there's the ever slightest weakness that breaks between you and that book, I'll put you to flames. Take that book and also put it to flames. where
Why
it
does
belongs.
everybody seek to try to invade my privacy upon my personal journal? Would you go if a brother or another cousin said to you, I don't believe your data slate is wholly for the Imperium. Give it to me and let me crack it over my knee. I don't think you would take kindly to that. I do the same to my book. Leave me be, Dark Angel. You may watch me, you may shadow me if you wish, but please don't antagonize me further. I do not have the time nor patience for it.
I said what I said. At this point, you better hope that you grew a second pair of skin.
That would be heretical. He walks off.
Nice.
Portiel joins everyone else.
You join everyone else to see a shaken Malachi, Artorias that is kind of stroking his beard, and
Yes, stroking it.
oh, Lord, and Soriel, who is currently going over medical files on his data slate, addressing wounded as he's getting updates from other apothecaries of shit.
Brother?
My mother.
You're getting updates from other apothecaries.
Yes. I guess when you walk in through the door, I just kind of look over at me. Brother? Are you well?
I'm well enough.
Hey.
Definitely
Are we in
better
that?
than Blood
So
Angel
we're
right
we're now in that private room now. right?
Yes.
Okay.
Clearly, not all of our cousins are created equal. Let's put it that.
Was that ever the truth?
Damn, poor Blood Angel.
My brothers, you have seen me go to the altars of prayer many times, and I have something that I must confess to you that I was withholding. But know that it was not out of shame or out of some misguided defense. It was because I did not yet have all the facts figured that I may present them for you for action. What I saw was a word bearer I immediately confronted, threatened to execute, and almost did so. But I confronted him with the same zeal that I give to you and provide in battle. And I would hope that none of my brothers here gathered would test that and find it wanting. It is through that test of the Emperor that Marduk proved faithful, and still I detect vileness from that book. The corruption of the warp, as we know more than many, can infest even the most noble of knights. This knight was not even noble, for his Primarch is corrupt.
His gene seed is corrupted, no matter how much as he would want to say otherwise.
And yet he
His
has
actions
aided
prove
me.
worthy,
in
but
the
it's only a matter
cleansing.
of time, and the chaos waits indefinitely.
What I say for now, until we can absolve or destroy the book that Marduk holds without inflicting the wrath of the Ultramarines and all of our cousins, we must, in our time, befriend him, use him to our advantage, but never let our guards down. Even when we rest upon, expect danger, because this place of holiness is not completely incorrupt.
For redeemed, you're much smarter than what you look, Artorias. Amazing idea. We should take him with us on our next excursion and use him as cannon fodder.
I don't think he'll follow with us, though. We can ask him to. He may, well, I mean, honestly, I think beforehand, if I asked him, when I first confronted him, he might have been down with it. But
Oh
we've
yes,
tested him
every one of your
so many
brothers thinks I'm a
times.
heretic and keeps testing me and antagonizing the shit out of me and say they're gonna kill me at some point. Let me just go with them. That sounds like a great time.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna join it. Maybe if I first confronted him and did like a, hey, dude, I'll trust you if you do this.
That's like a bunch.
You know what?
That's like the Ultramarine getting invited by 4 Alpha Legionnaires to go on an expedition. I won't kill you, I
I'm
promise.
down to try it out.
I'm down to try it out, Mark, or fucking Timothy. I think you might have a chance to intimidate him, and I might have a chance to convince him. Because Portiel will intimidate, but I'll convince that like we'll stop bothering you completely if you come with us.
You OOC, you break his faith, and once you break his faith, or at least nullify it for a second, I'll intimidate him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Back in character. Portiel looks to Artorius and says, "We have an apothecary with us. We could, by chance, drug him to the point where his mental resolve's weaker, so we can convince him to come with us."
Or do you go volunteering my tools? We need to roll this back for one, just one moment here. So looks keenly at Artorius. On the steps of this maze we got ourselves into, we took up arms alongside one another, under the premise of trust, under the premise of circumstantial alliance. And now we find out that upon entering here, you've been harboring your knowledge of a woodbearer in these halls, and that this was an information relevant to us. You've criticized Portiel and I for the patterns of our legion over the past 10 millennia, and yet you're harboring secrets here?
Our legion has always harbored secrets, and I would not begrudge you or your brothers of yours, otherwise I would have demanded them to you at knife point when we had met. In fact, not knife point, but the turret that I could have easily, me and my brother Mikhail, set against you and slay you before we even met.
Sure, you could do it at knife point
brother.
but then past the door, you did it at gunpoint. And you praise how we should cooperate and do away with these sins of the past. But here you are replicating them in front of our very eyes.
We are sons of the lion, and I have never threatened you nor brother Portiel.
You've threatened us with
We have
harboring
always
knowledge.
been sons of the lion. Harboring knowledge, as again I will state, the reason why I have not confronted the entire group, not even my brother. Oh, fuck, I'm sorry. Malachi. My brother Malachi. I didn't... Oh, man, I lost my train of thought. Hold on.
Malachi, do you have anything you wish to add?
Okay, still
Malachi?
taking a nap in this whole thing.
No, you come from...
I just don't want
lost my train
Malachi
of
to know
No,
what the other guy is.
The reason, my
Like, at
brothers,
least not
I
now.
didn't come to you with the knowledge of this heretic is because I didn't fully understand the scope of his both paradoxical aiding of the cleansing of all of my rituals. Every single time I've gone to the altars, cleansing my skull, cleansing us several times and giving us multiple boosts of the Emperor. I have done that with the aid of Marduk. Though each time I have done so, I've been weary of that book he carries. They could balance each other out. It could be the Emperor's will that happens so, but I still say we should remain vigilant. It is something that concerns us. If we have an opportunity to burn it, we must. If not, for now he must be left alone.
I agree with you, Portiel. Oh, no, Artorius. To the extent that he should be left alone. He himself was redeemed. But who says that book has anything to do with anything that he is redeemed about. It is just a tool right now, but that book may hold secrets, truths that need to remain secrets. If not the slow corruption. Chaos waits. It could be only a matter of time. I'm watching him,
Sorry,
regardless of his actions. They say actions speak louder than words. I care not of anything of what anyone says, here or out in that mess hall. I'll continue to watch him, regardless. I will acquire that book. I will inspect it over the course of days. I will be the judge of what needs to be done with that book. If all is well, it'll be returned to him. I might even burn it out of spite.
Soriel crosses his arms and states,
I believe I can follow that oath. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Just, Portil spoke truth, and that the ways of the warp, the ways of these foul magics of the materium are not my realm of expertise. However, I'm sure the chaplain of the Blood Angels would have any day vouched for the security and cool-headedness of his brethren. They are now all dead for the violation of the trust that was shared between them three. No, Artorias.
And he did
They
well
were
to
dead.
take his own life.
They were dead because they were failures and they were mutants. Unpure gene seed, unlike ours. That of the lion. As I say before, I believe that Portil and I are in agreement. Before anything that we leave here, no matter what we must accomplish as we signal our respective chapters for extraction, we will destroy the book and then be on our way. If an opportunity does not arise before then.
Do not mistake my acquiescence to moving forward from this mark as anything less than my continued vigilance to the events and possibilities have unfolded here this eve. I will be watching you and you, brother. He looks to Portil.
Portil nods to him. You can watch all you want. I respect that, and thank you. But you need not worry. Because everything that word bearer possess, no matter of his actions, his very existence, is a curse against humanity. And we pledge to defend it. Isn't that not right, brother?
Aye, brother.
It is not his actions. It's not his... It's not what he's doing. It's about what he represents. It's about his words. He plays a good game. The game that he plays is the game that he's good at. Judge a man by his strengths. And try not to forget his weaknesses. Remember your knowledge in the scrolla of our archives, Soriel. The word bearers can be redeemed. They can go through extreme lengths to redeem themselves. But at the end of the day, it's not their skin, it's not markings, it's their tongue. If you want to redeem a word bearer, you rip out his tongue. He still has it.
Soriel nods. This is well stated, brother. And you have my agreement.
Portiel nods. We'll see what comes of this in time. Till then, there's an ocean of issues that we must attend to. And Portiel steps back.
As that is stated, Artorius, you can now talk to Malachi about wishing to discuss your private chat. If you so wish, or if you want to do a one-on-one with him.
Malachi.
So Malachi wakes up from his nap and he overheard the word world bearer, and he just asked Artorius, what was that about?
Overheard the word bearer doing what?
No, so basically he was like taking a nap the whole time, so he wasn't really into the conversation, but he heard like the last little bit of what Portil was saying about the world bearer. So I'm asking you, or Malachi is asking you, what was that about?
Basically,
Like the world bearer. He still doesn't know
Malachi,
that the other guy is a world bearer, by the way.
as we are the redeemed sons of a damned leader, only our leader being Luther instead of the Primarch itself. There is one of word-bearer tainted gene seed who has proven himself worthy of redemption, as we are. However, he contains an artifact that is damned, and we have agreed to destroy it before we depart.
So what are we waiting for? Let's just go kill him and destroy the damn thing right now.
We're waiting
I
for
don't
when we
think we
depart.
agreed to just like pursue the book instantly.
No.
Yeah, no, it's not instantly. It's before
So
we leave this
can do
place
other
entirely.
stuff. And this
And,
is just
yeah,
like
when we leave,
plot line.
when we depart as a chapter, the idea is that book needs to go at the earliest convenience when an opportunity strikes, or before we fucking leave entirely. Not just leave.
My
this
question
area
is
for now.
why? If
Because
he's
right
still
now
alive.
he's keeping it in check. He's keeping it in check, and he has proven himself in every single ritual we've done. He sanctified all the equipments and granted us buffs with my aid and his. That's what we've been doing this entire time.
He still is a heretic.
So Marduk himself,
His
I
gene
hope.
seed's still tainted.
We were also called heretics once. Do you still fall under that?
But we
guise,
never
or do you
were,
not
brother.
believe
We
the
never were.
redemption that was us?
We got
No,
tricked
we
by
were.
Luther.
That is the problem, is that even though we were tricked, we followed the orders, and then thus committed the actions of heretics. We have been redeemed because we believed ourselves doing what was righteous. That is the saving grace. But now, until the end of death, we are guilty and must redeem ourselves in every action. That is what we are.
So Malachi wanted to like just still like stand up and go confront the world bearer. Basically to kill him.
No!
But wait, bro. I'm not gonna
I'm using...
fucking do it. I'm like talking like what it like my character would do. I'm trying to do the Rick Prokach, whatever the fuck the thing about the lion that we did last fucking section. I'm trying to use that because like I'm trying to play my character how I vision, and he wouldn't just
that's good.
he wouldn't just fucking deal with this. He would just go and kill him. He doesn't give a shit. But like we managed to do that thing back in the previous run that we did. That basically the way that you speak to him, sometimes he just gets the lion invoked within you, and he only stops because he sees the lion. He sees visions of the lion saying him not to fucking go fuck up. So that's what I'm trying to get to, because like the way like that's why I wanted to like for my character not to know that he was a world burrower the whole time, because that's the way that I see him. Like that's the way that I like reading my character in my head. He's not gonna just fucking say, "Okay, just let him be," you know. So this is like a little, I don't know, like
Well,
something that will
role
help
play it out.
him like come out.
Role play it out.
No, yeah, it's fine. It's all good.
All right. So so Malachi, you just see that Malachi just doesn't listen to what you're saying, and he just grab his hammer and his melta. He's just gonna stand up and go do what you basically told him not to do. So it's basically up to you to get him to fucking snap back out, snap out of it, I guess.
How do you roleplay it, Artorius and Mikhail? So you were previously saying, why don't we go just do that? You start to get up towards the door.
So Malachi just walks to, like basically shoves Artorius to the side, grab his weapons, and he's just like walking out the door, to just try and go and kill this guy, basically. So
Artorius?
He can either Artorius can either stop me, or even like the other two as well.
Oh. Anyone else want to give it a shot before I do it?
You're not gonna invoke the lion's wrath again.
Soriel, do you want to do
I
anything?
will-
Do you want,
I-
or do you
I'll
want
invoke
Artorius to do it?
To do
Invoke.
what? Sorry, I missed.
They're role playing out a character moment
I
where
will.
Mikhail woke up, heard everything about the word bearer. He's like, I need to go kill this guy.
Yeah.
He's walking to the door. Artorius saying, before I invoke my wrath upon him and we do the whole thing, like the lion, does anyone else want to try to role play with him or try to get him out of it?
Because like just to explain to Soriel real
Alright.
quick, so what was going on from last time that you weren't here, like we managed to kinda do something for like Artorius to be able to calm down Malachi. And it's basically like his wrath as a chaplain kinda like awakes in Malachi like a vision of the lion. And that's the only way that he stops, when he sees these visions of the lion saying him to stop fucking up. And it's only done when like Artorius, kind of like, I guess, rolls for it.
All right, yeah.
Oh, but right now he's going to kill the guy. He's either like, you guys can stop me, or Artorius can try and stop me again, like doing his chaplain thing.
All right, Portiel will do Portiel stuff, and he'll step forward and say, "You're out of line. We have an agenda in play, and you're about to ruin it. Get out of the way."
And I
he
just like,
does an intimidation check.
damn.
That would be a leadership check.
Okay, I'll do a leadership.
Story will add to that on behalf of Portil.
So get an
Do I get a
extra,
+1?
you get 2 extra dice added to your pool.
So
What do I have to roll for this? Leadership as well, or something different?
You're rolling leadership as well. You're overruling. Your plan is to go kill him now. Their plan is to wait and see. This would be leadership versus leadership, choice of choice.
That was a lot of leadership.
8.
I got a 2.
you got 1,
So-
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got an 8 with Soriel's bonus onto my leadership.
And Malachi got a 2. So you feel like the brunch of command kind of come down on you. How would you frame this, Portiel, as you're ordering him?
I wouldn't so much. I'd be telling him to back down, and I'd be convincing him that that we already have measures in play to take care of him, but it's not. We're not doing it mob style, as in just going in and murking him. So what Portiel would say to him is, we already have an agenda, Malachi. You just need to be patient, relax, Your skills aren't making decisions. Your skills is action, fighting. Recognize that.
I will recognize
Follow the-
that brother, but next time I see him, he's dead. So basically, he's
And I
like,
feel the same way, Malachi. But we're going to do this right. We're going to do this the good way. We're going to do this the way where it's not going to dishonor the first.
For the lion.
The lion, Malachi. We're going to do this how our father would.
that kind of like digs deep into him, and he just says, "For the lion," and he just knocks down a little bit.
Nothing else is said after the line. Everybody kind of goes back to being
Goes
normal.
back to sleep.
Well,
The lion.
I thought that Artorias was gonna announce upon seeing the
Okay, yeah.
notes and stuff.
Right? Artorias has center stage.
Oh,
Were you told Malachi to shush before, or you'd discuss it later about him slipping the note and then seeing the twinge and the reaction of both of them going insane and then mutating in chaos when previously they were calm?
oh yeah, that would I wouldn't want to say that in front of those two though.
That's why I was saying you two can go have your private conversation now about that as you all disperse.
Because we're dispersing, and then I grab Mecca and I'm like, what did you want to talk about earlier in the hall, my brother? But right before the possessed attacked.
So we kind of like hit about it, like like the only thing that I said was like it wasn't my intention to do that, and then you shut me off
Yeah.
because of the whole corruption
Yeah, and
thing.
then I was like, so what did you mean by it wasn't your intention?
So my intention, I heard about this Sons of Sanguinians, that they get a little bit extra rage when they see or hear, the name of the arch betrayer. But it wasn't my intention for that bloodbath to happen, and the corruption on the blood angels just it doesn't make sense to me. Like I know they snap when this kind of stuff happened, but there's something deeper in all this whole mess right now. Like they wouldn't just get fully corrupted into those abominations.
Corruption of the soul is an individual matter, and for that I agree. I do not believe that you ever would, or ever would intend to create a possessed chaos. Not even by a minor fragment would I believe that, but there had to be something corrupting them. Perhaps their chaplain was too weak. Perhaps Korn had gotten to them, as he craves all of their blood.
But
And
now
we will
we're
never
hearing
know
about this
for their line
world bearer that we have between, like, in here. Do you think he might have a hand in this whole situation?
The thinning of the veil is caused by many things. This facility is entirely corrupt. We've already had to purge minor dragons and other deities of the kin. I think that right now the word bearer honestly is the least of the problems here.
Understood.
Yes. For the lion, for him on Terra, and for the vengeance.
For the lion.
And then we will return to the party.
So as you return to the party, all of you fully rested after your restipod incursion, a report has been given out to the apothecaries, as well as dispatched through the Vox of people who need to know it. your data slates are updated. The neutral hall is currently on lockdown, as it has been found that there was a coffin of corn found beneath the neutral hall, and that it was set up by someone or something, because the coffin, it's rather large, and whatever was underneath there was carved out from a hole in the ground, and it was placed there. And that something has set it off. To who and what is unknown, but all expeditions are put under more heavy scrutiny, and they are dispatching all Marines to go on further expeditions, and there will be less Marines allowed in the camp at a time. Secondly, it was found that their gene seed was not corrupted before. The chaplain was pure, and they had records of it. That the Death Company was recently put in as they had fallen to the Black Rage, but were being kept under a strict... They had basically like a collar on them of a tranquil injector, but something broke it. The relics of corn were burnt and scorched away, and were purified. Well, the area was purified, and the relics were burnt to ash and destroyed. But the Nutribar is currently closed. All people are to be discharged out and be on expeditions, and it will be harder to come back and do rests for the time being. So you'll be having to be out for longer. They also said that they had found a note that had Horus written on it, that was etched in ash and blood on the ground. To what that means, if anything else, they don't know, but it would definitely be a starter for something.
I wonder who wrote that.
They are currently investigating further.
Okay, well, good thing we're really good at secrets.
We are technically at end session time. If you wish to end here, we can keep going.
It's up to everybody else. I'm fine right now.
Probably will skedaddle here.
Okay. Hope you all had a good session. I didn't expect us to do another full
Yeah.
restopod section, but here we be.